Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Some people have more injectable marinades and more injections in there than McGuire, Sosa, Barry Bonds
I got
combined.
a Barry Bonds turkey going,
Like,
baby.
absolutely, man. You got needles sticking in that thing every direction.
That's right.
You're like, that's a home run waiting to happen. That's great. When I see that, I'm in. That's fine. But otherwise, like, I'm just going to the ham because it's a safe option. I'm not going to have, like, cotton swabs in my mouth while I'm trying to eat Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving dinner's not about safe options.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you
Bo.
believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Eli Drinkwitz.
They've got, like I said, really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, you know, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Is it Drinkwitz or Drinkowitz?
Well, this is from a man who spells Eli, E-L-I-A-H.
Talon
So
Green.
like Elia,
They've
Eli.
got, like I said, really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, you know, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
I mean, come on.
Talon Green.
Come on.
I guess Eli didn't have enough. He didn't have enough. He needed some more for this game, and so he tried too hard.
I mean, my God.
He tried too hard. I
You're
mean,
right.
what?
He
Come
did.
on, man.
That's,
So, yeah.
That's bad. I mean, it's like, it's just juvenile.
Well, it is. It's childish. It's junior high-ish, and it did the trick because I was driving in this morning, and you know, obviously, I'd like to see Arkansas win the game, and then suddenly, like, this thing came over me where I'm like, if 30's not enough, like if they don't win by 30. Like, I'm going to be disappointed. Like, don't just win the game. Like how much can you win by? Like, why? What is he doing? What is he doing?
He's being a doofus.
I know. I didn't know what you were going to say there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was close to what I thought.
Yeah, I was thinking what you were thinking,
Yeah.
but I went with doofus.
come on, man. This is great. I'm so excited for this game now. And there's anything less than winning by 30 is unacceptable.
Hey,
Like, you just can't. In a competitive environment in sports, you can't let a guy mispronounce, obviously on purpose. I mean, if his name was John, he would have mispronounced it.
Now?
Yeah.
What's my name now?
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Talon's going to have
400
Say my
total
name.
yards and
Say my name.
Right. And then there's going to be something said after that. Say my name.
That's
dot,
right.
dot.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Oh, this is good. This is what a great. Thank you, Eli Aluja, for giving us something to think about on Thanksgiving. We are thankful for you. We are thankful for you. You know, this has now gotten to the point, and I know he's like, he's chuckling about it. It's gotten to the point
this
where
is
it's
the
like,
desired effect
like you
for him.
can't stand him. You can't stand. This is Bill Lambier-ish. This is like Bill Lambier, man. That like you just can't like the guy. Just when you think maybe you can like him, he's like, please don't. And let me give you another reason why it's unacceptable to like me.
That's kind of the way I am. Really, you've kind of summed it up pretty well there. I've really tried to like him because I know what he's doing. And he's done it from the get-go. From the moment he saw an opening, he's been talking trash about Arkansas. And he kind of gave everyone an indication 3 or 4 years ago that he was going to throw a little fuel on this. And I think this is a continuation of that. He's tried to nudge and turn it into a rivalry.
It's ongoing.
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember it.
That 2 years ago. Last game at Missouri.
I think
Chuck got mentioned at the press conference.
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
I remember that.
Sees
Yeah, I remember that.
Chuck Barrett.
Yeah, that was that the most recent game up there?
Yeah, 22, right?
I
23
forget.
was here, 24 was there.
But my point is stuff like that does add to it, and it makes it fun. And that's I'm not offended by that at all because I understand how the game's played. And I've tried to like him for that reason. I mean, I really have. But he just makes it so hard. He makes it so hard to root for him. He makes it so hard not to hate his guts.
And he's getting.
And maybe that's the desired effect. I don't know.
He's listening right now.
Well,
he's listening
his
to our
are.
show.
His people in Almar.
I guarantee you. He said, "I'm going to get up and I'm going to hear what Chuck and Bo had to say." I guarantee they're talking about me. Well, okay. What? Why? That's how petty, and that's how silly, and that's how juvenile.
So.
He's so small, man. He's so small.
My former friend Eli.
Hey.
So small.
I want Arkansas to whip his ass. I'm not going to lie to you. I want him to just beat him all over the field. I want Taylor Green to say my name 50 times out there on the field.
I'm not going to lie. I woke up tired this morning, and I saw that, and I got, that was like a dose of caffeine, right? It was a Tony Chachere's injectable marinade of caffeine right into my veins.
I'm thinking,
thank you.
You know, we're texting last night or late yesterday, and we're talking about, what we're going to do on the show. And I'm thinking, what are we going to do on the show? And then there's Eli, and I'm like, well, there's our show.
There we go.
It's like, you can take the rest of the day off. So thank you, Eli.
Golly, I just want Pittman to do what Mike Tyson did to Jake Paul in that weigh-in. Just walk up to him and slap him when you guys go to shake hands before the game. And then walk off.
I have respect for. He stirred up a lot of stuff, not just with Arkansas. So I have a lot of respect for him. He's a hell of a coach now. You don't want him to have the ball on the last drive, and you don't, because he's outstanding and has won a lot of games that way. It's a rivalry. He told me he's going to try to stir it up too when we first came here. I respect the guy. He's obviously done a really nice job there. So we're rivals, and they've got the trophy, and they've had it for the last 2 years. We'd like to get it back.
Hey, to the victor goes the spoil.
That's true.
You get to talk all that stuff when you win. If Arkansas wants to stop all this, they need to beat it.
That's right.
And but now the Talon thing.
That's unbelievable.
That sort of takes it to a different level in my mind.
Well, and if Pittman had said that he respected him one more time in that 30-second clip, I wouldn't have believed him. And I doubt it now.
They've got, like I said, really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
That was the best part. It was the Talon Green. It's like, come on, man. Do you really think anyone's
his name? But
I may mispronounce it. I'm going to intentionally mispronounce it.
I know coaches. I know these guys live in a bubble.
Who does this?
Well, I know they live in a bubble, but not like that. He knew exactly what he was doing. Give me a break.
Like, who does it like this? There's nobody doing it like this. Bart, it's your floor.
He's just it just makes him seem so small time and just so small. And it's just loser behavior is what it is, really.
Listen to this when he's talking about, I think this is like last year, talking about Kansas.
You know, I realize that bowl selection process is different from conference to conference. And if you haven't been in a bowl game in, I don't know, 12, 15 years, maybe that thing's changed for you. And so maybe that the way that's done at other places is different. We should.
Like, what are you doing taking shots at Kansas, man?
Because Kansas is a rival of Missouri. They don't play anymore.
I know. And there were all these rumors that Missouri specifically ducked Kansas in a bowl game because they didn't want to play him. And, of course, Arkansas ended up playing Kansas in the bowl game, in the Liberty Bowl. But, like, there are a lot of words that come to mind that I would like to use to describe him. But I'm going to stick with doofus, dork, loser, like those
nothing profane.
No, nothing profane.
At least
nothing profane.
No, I think
at least you're not going down that road.
He's going to put the adjective in front of any one of those words.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like, dude, like.
So
he's so smarmy and unlikable.
Chuck and Bo show.
We got Bird over there.
Here's what they beat OU.
What does this do for you moving forward from now?
It gives us another win, keeps us in the playoff hunt. That's right, I said it, playoff hunt.
Yeah, how's that work out?
Yeah, that's the playoff rankings are out, and you're not relevant. You're not relevant. So here's my question for real: like, what is he going for?
Well, he's. This is the. I think, and this is just my opinion, I think he's done this us against the world thing from the moment he walked up there. And that's kind of his MO, that we want everybody to hate us. We're going to wear black. We're going to be tough guys, and we're going to talk the talk and all that, and we're going to dare you to do something about it.
You know, I don't know how many of these shows I've been involved producing behind the scenes. You know, you're in the locker room. It's access driven. You got coaches mic'd up. You're seeing things that they don't want the entire outside world to see. And so there's like sometimes an approval process, and you want to make sure that there's no roadkill with the locker room speech that you're putting out. I mean, Chuck, you know this. The number of coaches that I've sat in their office and just been like, their biggest fear is to give the other team motivation. I don't understand what he's thinking here. Like, if Arkansas lacked, okay, well, tell me. If Arkansas lacked a shred of motivation, they will, unless you're saying let's motivate them so much that their adrenaline's going to be so high that they're going to make so many mistakes. I don't know. But I have, like, coaches fear this more than anything. And he's like, you know what? Let's piss them off. Let's piss them off.
I think he does it to fire his guys up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Hey, guys, does he tell them, I'm going to go out and I'm going to insult the other team before we play them so we get their best effort, and therefore I need your best effort? I do not understand what the edge in that is for him.
Hey, I agree with that, Bo, because if there's one person who you don't want to, like, take shots at or be perceived to take shots at, it's Bobby Petrino and his offense. Because I guarantee you, he's got a number of plays drawn up, and he's just licking his chops like, man, I'm going to put it on you.
I'll give you one more. What if some of these players, after the first quarter of last week, were like, man, we don't know about Talon. He's not playing that great. And he went on to have a really good game. But, like, all of those players are now like, no, screw that. We're going to go win for like he's talking about our guy.
He's trying to get in Green's head. I think one of the things he's trying to do is get in Green's head. Eli, I do think there's a method to what he does. I think sometimes he is, he just jumps the rail. And he says some things that, may be counterproductive.
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
Yeah, and I'm old enough that he doesn't get in my head, but I'm not 21 or 22 years old.
How are the trenches?
That's...
anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
I know where that comes from.
Hey,
I know exactly where that comes from.
That's Hall of Fame stuff. That should solidify you in the Broadcaster Hall of Fame. Because, I mean, how many guys get called out?
Thanks for listening.
By the opposing head coach.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And Look, he's got some guys on his staff. Al Davis is on his staff, and I just think the world of Alfred Davis. I think he's done a great job up there.
Rick Jones.
I don't know Rick Jones. I did not spend. I've not spent a lot of time around Greenwood, so for me to say, I know Rick Jones would not be true, but obviously he's made a difference.
You pronounced his name correctly.
Yeah, it's hard to mispronounce Rick Jones.
I mean, it's also hard to mispronounce Taylor.
Taylen. I mean,
it's spelled out there for you.
If you've taken fourth grade English, you understand how AY is pronounced.
Talon.
Yeah. So, but no, I think he's trying to get in Green's head a little bit.
He's just a doofus, man. He's just a doofus.
So we got.
I hope Arkansas wins.
Oh, I just told you what I hope to happen. I mean, believe me, it's going to be all I can do not to root. I mean,
the glee in Chuck's voice when the final whistle blows in Arkansas.
It may be unspoken, but you'll notice it.
I may be mispronouncing this, but the Missouri coach, what's his name, Eli Turkewitz.
Yeah. Well, first thing you got to go do is win the game. I mean, first thing you got to do is win the game, or it's going to be even worse.
Wow.
So, but now you said something a minute ago about coaches. I don't think Eli's listening to the show right now.
Oh, I do.
Well, now hang on. But I can guarantee you.
A lot of people are.
I can guarantee you that each week in the Southeastern Conference, there are, and some staffs are really good at this. They do pay attention to what other shows say, what other writers say, what the opposing team's media, for lack of a better way to put it, says. And they do post that stuff. And they do pass out folders to players with all that stuff in there. And that is the game within the game. And that is why coaches live in fear of it, because they pass that stuff out too. And look, you're looking for anything in the world to motivate kids. I mean, who knows what motivates sometimes a 21 or 22-year-old? Anyone that says they've got that figured out.
But is there any way that he did not motivate Arkansas more?
Oh, I don't know. We're going to find out on the field.
To your point, though, all these coaches spend all this time trying to find anything extra they can motivate their team with.
I know. Look,
I think it was totally calculated.
I think what he said, yes.
It was totally calculated.
And it was juvenile, and it wasn't even well pulled off. I mean, he didn't, it was so obvious. He didn't even make it sound organic. But again, he kind of stated, as Pittman alluded to, he said early on he was going to pour fuel on this, that he was going to make it a rivalry. He was going to talk trash. And that's what he's done. And unfortunately for us, they've won all the games. And if we want to stop it, you got to beat them. Simple as that.
Mad as hell and not going to take it anymore.
I mean, you got to go a little. Was it Peter Finch? Got to go a little Peter Finch on him.
And he has helped with that.
It's a rivalry. He told me he's going to try to stir it up too when we first came here.
Here's the thing. Thank you, because you have done that. You have. Yeah. I don't understand how that helps them. I really don't. I don't understand how that helps them. So this is such a Jedi mind trick here that Drink, who normally would look for motivation for his team, couldn't find it. I don't know what. Maybe he's got secrets that they're motivated by. Maybe he's playing clips of the Chuck and Bo show in there, and they're all rallying around it. But it seems like he couldn't find anything else. So then he decided, well, I'll insult them. It doesn't. I mean, I'm sure it's going to make total sense on Saturday when we hear from him after the game. Now I want to go. Now I want to go sit in his press conference. Now I want to just raise my hand in the back.
Wear your hat.
Yeah. Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah, wear your Chuck and Bo show.
Could you pronounce the Arkansas quarterback's name for us here real quick?
No, I hope Arkansas dominates the trenches. And I say, hey, message from Chuck Barrett. He wanted to say,
how you like them trenches?
How you like them trenches? Yeah. 6:19. It's the day before Thanksgiving on the Chuck and Bob show.
Good morning, Hog Country. I travel with my work, so I'm on the road a lot. So you guys are on my station.
The Chuck and Bo Show,
13 Days of Deals starts now at Fayetteville Auto Park. There's never been a better time to buy. For the next 13 days only, everything is on sale, aggressively priced up front, based on the Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor. Tons of pre-owned below $29,999, plus all your favorite new models, Honda, Acura, Toyota, Chevrolet, and more. Our biggest sales event ever. Now through November 30th at Fayetteville Auto Park. If you've been waiting for the best time to buy, this is it. Tons of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose. The deals of the year are here at Fayetteville Auto Park. We've got a great selection of pre-owned, many priced under $29,999, but only for a limited time. Closeout pricing means you save big on every new or pre-owned. What are you waiting for? You've only got a few days to lock in these limited time offers. Absolutely ends November 30th at Fayetteville Auto Park. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show, located on West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Online at FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Pre-owned sale. All offers mutually exclusive. Expires 11/30/24.
Is your hot water heater letting you down? No one likes cold showers. We want to be able to count on our hot water. That's why Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric has an offer that comes with the peace of mind I value. Get this. For just $17.76, you can get a 40 to 50 gallon water heater fully supplied and installed by their licensed and insured technicians, backed by a comprehensive warranty. For less than $2,000? Yeah, price check it. It's a deal. Just log on to GoPascal.com and don't worry about hot water anymore.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At AOG, our main goal is to deliver reliable energy to your home safely. And keeping our team members, customers, and community safe starts with awareness. Natural gas has a distinctive, strong odor, often compared to rotten eggs or sulfur. If you smell gas, leave your home immediately. Go to a safe location and call 911 in addition to AOG. Remember, if you smell gas, act fast. And always call 811 before you dig. To learn more about natural gas safety, visit AOGC.com. AOG, energy for life.
Hanging with Danny Cobb at American Welding Laboratories. Danny, tell us about the school.
Well, Tommy, we're going on 3 years in operation. We teach all aspects of welding, from stick welding all the way to combination pipe.
So how's the job market these days?
Job market's wide open, whether you want to stay local or hit the road. As a licensed institution, we have access to many grants, including the GI Bill now.
Great. How do we get started?
Come by 4400 South 16th, take a tour, talk to our instructors.
It's American Welding Laboratories. Find out more at theweldinglab.com.
Come get you some. 2728 Townsend Avenue is your off-road and performance center headquarters. They've got everything from lift kits, wheels, LED light bars, UTV parts and accessories, winches and tires. Need general 4x4 repair? No problem. Come get you some has one of the largest 4x4 shops in the States. They do it all. They do it from installing a bug shield to building some of the baddest off-road machines in the country. Call them today at 782-6833. That's 782-MUD. Or check them out online at cgysoffroad.com. Come get you some.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
We have one commercial break in the hour that is what we call, in the industry, a hard break. Meaning, in other words, it's going to fire.
Meaning it's not soft.
Yeah, whether it's not a soft break.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, yeah, we got the texture rolling in.
My text groove thing's not working. It's frustrating me right now. I want to throw my iPad across the room.
David and Cersei said he's so trying not to call in today. JP said Eli Drinkwitz' name is pronounced Dorkwitz. I mean, we've gotten in. Like, now we've brought it down to the level of Eli. Like,
let's
Eli,
get childish.
You know what? This is a perfect, we should be live at a junior high today. We should be in the gym. Everybody should have showed up on the off week for Thanksgiving. The Chuck and Bo Show are coming to your junior high. And we're all going to name call. Eli,
sounds like fun.
Eli, it sounds like a blast.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Dorkwitz. Eli drinks bleep. Just, I can't even read some of these in good conscience. Okay, I'm going to retweet the Eli Drinkwitz comment on Talon Green and mispronouncing him
Talon.
as Talon. Okay, here's my question. What do you want me to quote tweet when I retweet it? I got to write something. I want to write something. What do I put on top? Because it's going straight to the Missouri locker room.
Yeah.
So, so what do we want to put on there?
Just what a dork.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon.
Talon.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Elijah. I mean, come on.
Elizabeth?
I mean, at least make it sound legit.
Elijah.
I mean, look, we've all taken shots at people
So
over the
bad.
years
This is so
and
bad.
tried to sound sly in doing it, you know. But at least try to be clever. I mean, some of the things he said. Now, look, some of the stuff he said, is borderline clever. But that didn't fall into the category. That didn't fall into the clever
Peanut Butter
category.
Falcon has spoken.
Yeah,
the Peanut Butter Falcon.
That's funny.
What a dope.
You just got to go win the
Eli
game.
Dopowitz.
You got to go win the game. Make him say your name. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's right. By 30. I have the number.
I'd
at
take
30.
a 1-point win, run for the bus,
Yeah,
but that's just me.
Well, that's no fun to talk about.
I understand,
Like,
but
let's
I
talk
do
about
it.
winning by
Now-
30 and
now
then
I'd
we'll take
be
a
yelling.
1-point victory.
I'd be yelling every step of the way.
What are you
but
going to say? What are you going to say?
I-
What's going to be your
I'm
call
not
to
gonna
end
do
the
that. I'm
game
not gonna do
when
that.
Arkansas rolls?
I don't care. Come
on, Chuck.
I'm not going to do
Come
that.
on,
I
drop
would
down to
never
his
do
level.
that. Never.
Come on, do it. Okay, well, just pretend today.
Now, I might say something once we're off the air.
Anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, come on.
That's for him to do.
But let's just pretend
Look,
for today. Let's just pretend for today what you might say.
No, I'm not going to end up in their locker room tonight, okay? If you want to go to their locker room, jump on in there. I'm not doing it today.
Yeah. And for dorks everywhere, the Hogs win by 30. So long, everyone.
No, I'm not going to do that. But I will enjoy
For
it.
my broadcast partner, Quinn Grovey, Eli Dorkowitz loses for the first time in this heated rivalry. Have a happy Thanksgiving weekend, everyone. Gnaw on a turkey leg.
Hey.
Like Eli gnaws on a name.
Now, listen. Here's why it's important to go win. Because if Missouri wins, it's going to be even worse. I mean, we know what's going to happen. And
don't even say it.
I'm just saying, you better go up there and win the dang game.
This is the thing, though. Like, the only thing this did was make us all care more, which, again, I don't understand. Like, what do we not know here?
He said he was going to stir it up. He
But
said
I
he was
mean,
going to stir it up.
Well, I mean, come on.
And hey, whatever it takes, go up there and win the game. I mean, just go up there and win the game. And if you do that, this stuff will it's not going to stop, but at least it'll be your
I'll
year
tell
to do all the talking.
As your radio show compadre here, I got to admit, I want to apologize to you that it took this to make me care this much because I should have cared when this happened.
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
I should have been upset about that.
How many times you going to play that? Seriously, how many times you going to play that?
This segment or the rest of the show?
You're enjoying that more than
Anybody
Eli
sees Chuck
Drinkwitz.
Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
What did you say?
I don't recall. I'm not getting into it.
I don't recall.
I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. You're not going to bait me. You're not going to do it.
I'm curious, like what he was upset, what he was referring to.
Well, you know, I think what he said pretty much speaks for itself. I'm not going down that road. I'm not going down that road. I just hope Arkansas wins. That's all. I will enjoy it very much. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't act like that he's got to be accurate in calling you out in the postgame. Like, you could not say anything today, and if he wants to, he'll still say something about you.
If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he can do. I don't care.
Here's what I am distinctly hearing from Chuck. I'm above that, Jack.
No,
you know what?
I'm not saying that.
I'm above that donkey.
I'm just saying
that Eli Donkiewicz.
Well, there we go.
I'm just saying that I'm.
That's the quote tweet.
There you go.
I'm gonna
Eli
stay out of it.
Donkiewicz.
I'm going to stay out of it.
I may mispronounce this. Eli Donkiewicz. 877-377-6963. It's National Name Calling Day.
There we go.
On the Chuck and Bo Show. Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning.
Chuck, have you ever had oat milk?
No.
Do you like squeeze milk out of an
Or
oat?
is it just milk over oats?
Yeah, that's what happens. How does that work?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This holiday season, give a gift that sparkles brighter than ever. A diamond from Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, premier destination for diamonds in Northwest Arkansas. At Blakeman's, we don't just help you find the perfect diamond, we guide you through the journey, teaching you everything you need to know to make the most meaningful choice. Whether it's for a proposal under the mistletoe, or a holiday anniversary, or simply a way to say I love you. Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins. Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, I'm Taylor Green, Arkansas QB, and these two guys definitely have a face for radio.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Arkansas is special. Our people are honest and hardworking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is pure Arkansas. We were raised here, we live here, and we're straight shooters. Unfortunately, out-of-state lawyers who care nothing about Arkansas are advertising for your legal business. They don't understand that you don't hand Arkansans a pile of cow dung and try to tell us it's a rose. Don't be just a number. Call the Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Happy Thanksgiving from Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw. The Black Friday sales event is underway, and right now the biggest selection they've had in 5 years at Harry Robinson. Jake, this is the biggest amount of cars, particularly brand new Fords you've had in 5 years.
Oh my gosh, Tommy, it's ridiculous. We are running out of room, guys. We don't have enough room on the lot for all these new vehicles. And with these new vehicles, you're also going to get no payments until 2025. Next year, not Christmas, Thanksgiving, nothing. You don't have a payment until 2025, and we're really excited about that.
Plus, you got the best deals on the Ford F-150s, the #1 truck for 45 years, up to $10,000 off, and we're talking 1.9% financing for 60 months on many new Fords.
That's right. We got them on Explorers, Escapes, Expedition, and F-150, guys. That 1.9%, it's free money. Everybody loves free money.
Hey, don't miss the deals. It's the Black Friday sales event. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Whether it's torque, horsepower, or just extreme work, diesel trucks do their job. But when your diesel truck needs maintenance or repair, it's time to head to Extreme Diesel. Everything from standard maintenance to extreme repairs, including injector testing. Extreme Diesel delivers. They have the tools and service for your Cummins, Duramax, or Power Stroke. You trust your truck to deliver on your needs, and you can trust your truck at Extreme Diesel. 6630 Alma Highway between Van Buren and Alma. Check them out on Facebook or give them a call at 651-3363. They're bilingual, now offering CP4 solutions for both Chevy and Ford.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. Here at ESPN Arkansas, we rely on Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on the radio station when we're not here. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your stuff. Guardtronic, license E50.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. Does your yard need to be serviced in the fall and winter months? Of course. A Cut Above is with you every step of the way. Whether it's commercial or residential, A Cut Above can handle all your needs. Tree service, stump grinding, brush hog, full landscaping. Plus, A Cut Above can take care of all your leaf removal. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. That's A Cut Above, 719-5605.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
If your performance is like it is blocking, if your performance is in our secondary is like it in your real life, they're going to call you in the office, shut you down, look you in the eye, and tell you two simple words. Hit the road, you're fired.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm disappointed. Chuck, he's literally the definition of self-control today. Say something, Chuck.
I like a little trash talk, but, you know, the level.
The texture next level.
Oh,
this is great. Oh, man. Eli Drinkowitz, the unintended babble. You just can't do it. Eli drinks a bit. Here, Wes in Huntsville is right. Chuck Barrett is the epitome of self-control right now.
No, it's just
I called him names during the break.
I'm not going to get. You're not going to make this about Chuck Barrett and Eli Drinkwitz. No, you're not. No, you're not, because I'm not going to get dragged into that. I'm not going to get dragged into this.
You've been there before.
No, I just understand there's a difference in this show and that, and I'm not doing that.
We're above that.
I didn't say I was above it. I'm saying I'm not going there. So if you want to, that's fine. But don't drag me along.
Anyhow, college football playoff rankings came out last night.
That's what I heard.
What do you think?
Well,
what are your thoughts?
I think the SEC's getting hosed.
Yeah. What? Oh, really?
I do. They got Georgia and Tennessee playing each other in the first round, and Texas. Well, you got 3 teams in there, 4 Big Ten teams. Got Arizona State in there. You got SMU in there. I mean, look, I've watched a lot of games. I'm not saying that my opinion's the opinion, but really, does anyone think Arizona State and SMU are among the best 12 teams in the country? Now they're good teams. They're really, really good teams, and I'm not knocking anything that they've done. I think SMU's really good, and I think Arizona State's really good. But are they really among the best 12 teams?
What about
in the
Indiana? They're at 10.
I'm not saying Indiana necessarily is among the best 12, but I think that even though their schedule, in terms of the numbers, people say, well, it's been an easy schedule. Playing that conference's schedule and our conference's schedule is different than playing an ACC schedule. It just is. And or in the case of Arizona State, a Big 12 schedule. I just think there's a difference there. So I'm not sure who the best team in the country is. And I realize with a 12-team playoff, there are going to be some teams that we're going to have an argument about on whether or not they're worthy. Just because you've had a really good year, just because you've got a really good team, and just because you've done something maybe your school's not done in a long time, does not mean you're among the 12 best teams in the country. It just means you're having a good year. And so there's 2 or 3 teams in there that I got some questions about.
Reach for comment.
Anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
Man. If there's an obscenity in the studio, it's going to be directed at you. It's not going to be directed at Eli Drinkwitz, just so we understand each other. Eli's going to be kicking back going, see what I did? I got Chuck and Bo in a fight. I got them fighting with each other down there.
No, I took a big risk right there. I'm glad you handled it as well as you did.
Thanks,
I thought I was going to get the look from hell.
I'm just not going to look. No, I do remember that. I figured it'd come up. I know you guys are merciless.
The best part was leaving the show yesterday. I talked to Edward and Bart, and I said, pull all the dumb stuff that Eli has said and include the Chuck thing. And then, miraculously, something appears overnight. Another thing that he said, the worst yet. It's the worst yet. Of all the Eli-isms, that's the worst one yet. It's amazing. I mean, thank you for making me have an emotional rooting interest in this game. I mean, he did it. He's like, is the analogy Bill Laimbeer of the Detroit Pistons back in the day?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean,
so.
Who else fits this bill? Who fits this category? The most disliked people in sports because they intend to be disliked. I'm not saying you just don't like somebody like I don't like LeBron or I don't like, whatever on that. I'm talking about like an intended villain. Is there anybody does anybody stand out now in sports? Like he has intentionally gone out and said, I'm from Alma, Arkansas, and I want to be a villain.
I think there are people who feel that way about Brian Kelly.
There's no comparison.
Because of the type
Brian
of
Kelly cannot even get on his level. Eli is on his own. Like who's on this level? Monty? Colin Montgomery?
Well, no. I mean,
Colin Montgomery.
See how far back I got to go to find somebody like this?
It's a Colin Montgomery reference.
Right?
Wasn't expecting.
I mean, Bill Laimbeer and Colin Montgomery.
Well, for that matter, Bill Laimbeer goes way back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going back like 25 years.
Chris Paul. Chris Paul is extremely disliked.
No. He's like
you're a Spurs fan now. You love him.
He's
whatever.
like the professional wrestler that is going for the foreign object, and he's looking at the crowd and taunting them while he's doing it, and the referee can't see him, and then he wins the match, and everybody boos as he walks off. He's that guy.
I'm telling you, it's going to be at every segment today. I can't get it. It's going to be every segment. So anyhow, back to the playoff. We'll get back to Eli every segment. I mean, who is I can't think of anybody that's this kind of villain right now. Okay, I got it. We have two of them. Dan Hurley has become this in 2 days.
Get over yourself, man.
Dan Hurley has there's two of them now in 2 days. This guy, Dan Hurley, went from being this respected coach of back-to-back national champion UConn to shut up, man.
Yeah,
Calm down.
Get over yourself.
Get over yourself.
I mean,
get
really.
yourself together.
It's like nobody denies he's a great coach. Nobody denies the dynasty they've built at UConn. But act like you have been there before. I mean, really. You're back-to-back national champion coach. Act like it.
Complete meltdowns, back-to-back games.
I know fans love it when their coach gets fired up. I get all that. Hey, I'll just say it. I didn't like what went on when we were over there in Maui. I'll just put it that way. I didn't think it was a good look. And I think what Dan Hurley's done the last couple of days, this is what he doesn't realize, maybe he does. This is his calling card for the rest of the season. Until we get to March, when people start talking about UConn defending their title. I mean, at least until they get into conference play. This is their defining moment of the season. And this is what people are going to think about when they think about Dan Hurley. Now, he probably doesn't care. But, just get over yourself, man. You're not that big a deal.
Yeah, I mean, what he called the official.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get tossed from the game.
He should have been tossed.
Yeah, I agree.
If it was not a national champion coach, he would have been tossed.
I
and he
agree.
would have been dealt with a lot more severely.
And, I mean, he was like that the whole game. And then finally he said the magic words, and that was that.
And again, He's a great coach.
He is.
He's going to be
He's
in
a
the Hall of
he's a
Fame someday.
phenomenal coach.
Terrific
But get a
coach.
grip, man.
Great program. But
Get a
dude,
grip.
man. I mean, come on.
Dude, man.
Come on.
Dude, man.
Let
I
me
love
just
it.
speak to you like an old dude,
I mean,
man.
Dude, bro.
Not only that, but like you
Bruh, come on,
finally
bruh.
get teed up, one that you earned in a spot where like your team did not need you to do that.
It's
hey,
you're just not that important.
We do have
no one's that important.
Well, it's a great point. We do have this God complex sometimes with coaches, and not just coaches. I mean, I don't mean to narrow it down to that. I mean, we certain positions of power in our world, and I get it. I mean, it's a natural thing where you can become full of that, right?
Yeah.
But this coach thing, like sometimes is just out of control.
There's no other work situation, no other job in America other than sports, other than being a head coach, where you can behave like that and get away with it and actually
100%.
have people cheer you.
Right, 100%.
If I came in here, you came in here, Bart or Edward came in here and threw a fit like that, the first thing the other three would say would be, get the hell out of here.
Right.
I mean, we would. And, he just needs to get over himself.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys do.
Right.
They need to get over themselves. And it's like everyone understands your frustration. I get frustrated in my job. You do. Everyone does. There are times you just want to scream. You want to stomp your foot. You want to call somebody an idiot. You want to say you're terrible at your job and you ought to be fired. Everybody goes through that. But you don't get to scream it at the top of your lungs at work and have everything be okay.
Yeah, you know where people do that? In traffic.
Well, maybe so. Maybe so.
When you were talking, I
Everyone except me.
was thinking through fast food drive-thrus, and then I went to traffic.
Yeah,
the
traffic.
places where people lose their minds.
I saw where they
in a way like you would never otherwise lose it.
Was it the state police that issued some kind of pre-holiday statement on road rage?
Did
They were going to
Yeah.
be paying attention, and they were going to be watching for road rage on Thanksgiving.
Well, anyhow, this morning.
Because it's a weekend to give thanks.
Yeah, just
so
be-
we're going
we're
to
gonna
be
give
watching
thanks.
for road ragers.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that. But I'm glad you mentioned it. Job accomplished. Smile! It's 6:47 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
You know, there's a sense of pride when it comes to things built in our state, and you can add Flyway Brewing to the list, a craft brewery with roots in North Little Rock dating back to 2013. With popular flavors like Blue Wing Berry Wheat Ale, the Honeybird Blonde, and the Early Bird IPA, there's no shortage to enjoy a tasty craft beer flight at the Flyway Brewery in Fayetteville, 1550 East Scion Road, or in North Little Rock at 314 Maple Street. Flyway Craft Beer, also available in restaurants and stores everywhere.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
The best things never change, they just get better. Like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Choose from juicy charbroiled double cheeseburgers, melty hot ham and cheeses, or hand-breaded chicken tender wraps. 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink, all just $6.99. There's no skimping in this bag. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $6.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary. Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. Brad Tyson and their entire team are so thankful this time of year during the holidays. We appreciate all of our customers that enjoy the beverage bar at Boonville, the hot food at Phoenix, and the deli at Jam Mart number 10. We know you're loving the updated pumps at our gas stations, and we're continuing to strive to find new creative ways to improve every single day. If you love Jam Mart, please leave us a 5-star review on Google. Happy holidays from your friends at Jam Mart.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at ServiceMasterPC.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
A lot of times critics don't know what the hell they're talking about, and I don't think they know much what they're talking about on this one either.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Remind me to get into this text about Pittman blocking people on Twitter. We'll get into it next hour. Man, we got a big show of turkey lined up for you today and ham. Green bean casserole, but also holiday tips on driving.
Yeah, this is good.
That's right.
Play the music, Edward. Let's go to Bart. Bart, what are we reading here today?
Well, we've got some tips from the Arkansas State Police on what you should do if you encounter an aggressive driver. This is
road rage.
Yeah, road rage
Yeah,
tips, basically.
yeah.
How to handle road rage.
It's beautiful.
Avoid engaging other drivers, even if they have done something to make you angry or you have made them angry.
So don't turn and yell or flip them off.
Right.
Hand gestures.
Put as much distance between you and the other driver as possible.
So don't get like close to them and tailgate them so they can see you flipping them off.
That's right.
Or pull up right next to them.
Yeah.
Try not to make eye contact.
Yeah. Look away.
Yeah. Never, ever pull off the roadway to confront them. Ooh. They could have weapons.
Ooh.
What if you have a weapon?
Yeah.
Also, don't do that.
Yeah.
Avoid creating a competitive situation with another driver, even if he is at fault. Try not to take another person's aggressive driving personally.
So basically, I don't do any of this stuff.
If a speeding driver is tailgating you or trying to engage you in risky driving, safely steer your vehicle out of the way.
Turn to your wife and say, honey, cut me off. I mean, cut me off. I got to get right up on it.
And finally, call law enforcement if you believe a driver is following you or harassing you. This has been a message from the Arkansas State Police.
Wow, that's I got to be honest. I kind of went silent because a lot of that stuff hit home.
Yeah. What do they know?
Yeah.
I think for us all.
We need to add one in there. If you see a driver with Missouri plates, refuse to engage, even though we know you want to.
I can't speak for you guys, but I handle it a different way. I mean, than what they, what they're advising.
Yeah, suddenly, yeah. Well,
I tend to make eye contact. I'm not going to lie to you. I tend to make eye contact.
10-2 on the wheel.
Do you raise a certain finger?
I'm just saying.
Give him a salute.
I'm not afraid of a little eye contact.
10-2 on the wheel quickly becomes an 11 from Chuck.
That's right.
And he's not calling for personnel.
1 o'clock.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Look at these things.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
'Tis the holiday season, a special delight, with gifts all around and spirits so bright. Watch closely now, for there's one more surprise, a gift that brings comfort with joy in our eyes. The family rejoices, their excitement takes flight. With a new Paschal heated air system, they're snug every night. Give your family the gift of true comfort with over $5,100 in savings. Plus, receive a whole home duct cleaning on qualifying systems. Special financing available with no payments and no interest. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
A great pair. Really honored that you guys are doing this, listening over here in Jonesboro.
Adventure Oklahoma by Auto Finders is your one-stop shop for adventure. Plus, no one else includes a standard 5-year warranty on all ATVs. It's the all-cylinder sales event. Rebates up to $1,500 and financing as low as 0.99% on select moto side-by-sides at ATVs. Payments as low as $99 per month with approved credit. Visit cfmotousa.com. CF Moto, ride without compromise. Visit Adventure Oklahoma in Roland. Brought to you by Auto Finders. AutoFindersOK.com. Adventure Dave says your journey starts here. CF Moto cares about your safety, so read your owner's manual before operating, and be sure to ask us about rider training.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, an increase in the cloud cover. High temperatures this afternoon, upper 50s north, upper 60s south. We may see an isolated rain shower or two tonight. Overnight lows will drop down mid-30s north, low 40s south. And then an increase in the sunshine on Thanksgiving Day. Highs mid-40s north, low 50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
When I need a place to stay in Northwest Arkansas, I always choose the Inn at the Mill. It's centrally located in the heart of NWA at the Johnson exit off I-49 and is the most unique choice of hotels in the region. Whether you're in town for the game, a concert at the Amp, business travel, or just a weekend away, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious, clean room ready for you. Reserve your stay at the Inn at the Mill, 479-443-1800, or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
From the Busch Light Studios, this is ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
Are you sure this is legal? I don't know. It's fun though, isn't it?
Tommy, when's the last time you've had breast milk?
From the
wide world of sports to the wacky, weird, and wonderful, we've got you covered.
You got to be able to shoot. You got to be a threat.
You know, you suck the helium out of a balloon and then you get, hey, how you doing? Like,
Is that dangerous? I'm a hugger.
I never get a hug from you. What's that about?
I'm selective with them.
I've been guilty of saying that you are what your record says you are. It feels different now.
13 hours of local programming in podcast form every day. Don't miss a moment of fun on the Hit That Line Podcast Network.
Have you ever pooped yourself?
It's the Black Friday sales event. Harry Robinson, Saddle-Saw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Saddle-Saw. No payments till next year. You don't have to make a payment at Christmas time and eat into your Christmas funds to buy this brand new Ford here today. Jake, you got the biggest selection you've had since, probably since COVID.
Yeah, since COVID, almost when I first got in the car business. But I'll tell you this, Tommy, our prices on these new trucks will not be beat. We are not letting anybody around us beat us out on the price on these vehicles.
You got no payments till next year, as we mentioned. Here's the bigger story, I think. 1.9% financing for 60 months.
Yes, absolutely. 1.9% is phenomenal. Guys, when the rates are an absolute high right now, that 1.9%, you get more of a vehicle for less of the payment.
And up to $10,000 off right now on Ford F-150s, the #1 truck for more than 45 years. Harry Robinson, Saddle-Saw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Saddle-Saw. Shop the selection online at harryrobinson.com and don't miss the Black Friday sales event.
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect. Changing the communities we serve.
AAA Business Systems is your printer, copier, and production print solutions provider. What makes AAA unique? Ricoh, Sharp, and Brother Equipment. Fast, friendly service from our office technology experts. All-inclusive service contracts, managed IT services, and 4 locations statewide. AAA Business Systems. Find us online at AAABM.com. AAA Business Systems. Anything else is just a copy.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Are you in the spirit?
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm there yet. No. I mean, I love Thanksgiving, but.
Well, you're going to celebrate it at a really nice, swanky hotel.
Well, no, I'm going to celebrate it in the middle of that basketball arena. About the time I would be sitting down to a feast, I'll be like eating a hot dog in the media room.
Right.
So there's a little bit of an excitement difference there, and maybe from my day and your day.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball-playing guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm thankful for Eli Dorkowitz, Donkiewicz. I'm thankful for him. Thanks for programming the first hour of the Chuck and Bo Show this morning and the conversation around the Thanksgiving tables that we have all weekend. We'll be talking about you, and that's what he intended. And so we'll make it happen. We'll grant his wish, and we'll talk about Eli and his mispronunciation of the Arkansas quarterback. It'll get played every segment of this show. And here's at least the first time it'll happen this segment.
They've got, like I said, really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon Green and the Arkansas Talon Green and the Arkansas Razorbacks will go into this game on Saturday looking to win by 100 and bring back that trophy. And I'll be waiting, and it'll be the most watched press conference of the year for Eli. Please interview him on the field after he loses, please. And please lose. If he wins.
That's why it's important to go beat those guys.
So
because here's the thing. I know Razorback fans think of Arkansas's program as being better than Missouri's. Well, when you consider, when you consistently lose to them, they start talking, just like they're doing right now. The only way to stop it is to win the game.
Well, this reminds me of what was the player? Who was the player a couple of years ago? Maybe it was longer than that. Maybe it was like 5-6 years ago, called Arkansas. For Missouri. And we thought that was going to fire everyone up, and Arkansas still lost.
That guy.
Yeah.
Can't even remember his name. He was clearly memorable.
These players need to understand. I hope the Arkansas players understand. The fans want this game very badly now. Bart had in the notes today, do you want to win the game more to beat Missouri or Eli Drinkwitz?
Eli Drinkwitz. No question. But, here's the thing, and we've talked about this before. Just like when we left the Southwest Conference, we were looking for someone to replace Texas. Missouri's was looking for someone to replace Kansas, and they picked us. That's why the guy said Arkansas. It was not necessarily, I don't know how to pronounce Arkansas. It was, they are our Kansas. They have replaced Kansas. That's how they look at us. Missouri people never miss a chance to take a shot at Kansas. That's why Eli said that about their bowl drought a couple of years ago. They picked us to replace Kansas, just like we picked LSU to replace Texas. Beating LSU was really important to us, more important than LSU. The game was to them. Same thing in this game. It's been really important to Missouri. Hadn't been as important to Arkansas fans. Missouri's dominated the series, and now you got Eli up there talking trash.
Chance from Clarksville wants to know if you're calling the game tomorrow, the basketball game.
I am, yes.
Yeah.
I'm headed to Kansas City a little bit later today.
And do you need a driver so you can rest?
Would you mind?
Well, I wasn't going to offer myself up, but we could find you someone.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Would you ride in a vehicle with me to Kansas City?
No. No.
I didn't think so.
No, I mean, I like you, and it's fun to work with you. But no, probably not.
We are.
Well, which one of you guys want to drive 4 hours with me? I mean, really? Any of you?
Yeah.
Silence?
Well,
crickets?
I mean, I would. I think 3.5 hours would be fine. That would be limit, though. I don't know if I could go any further.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not riding.
We're not going to Omaha.
We're not going
like
to
that.
or Destin.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a 12-hour trip with you.
Yeah. That would be bad.
Well, it'd be bad for the show. It'd be bad for business. It'd be bad for everything.
It'd be bad for the human race.
The question is, would one of us, will we make it back together in the same vehicle, or would we find alternative transportation?
No chance we'd come back in the same car.
What's the most annoying thing about taking a road trip with someone as we hop out in the vehicles for the holidays here? What's the most? Is it somebody taking call after call?
Yeah,
just
that's
talking loudly.
No comment on that one.
Yeah.
Just generally people talking.
Yeah.
Just just general talk.
You like to be in thought?
Yeah, I like to be, be quiet.
Do you do that when you're in a vehicle, like you're just driving, you're in thought, and somebody's sitting next to you, generally somebody important to you because they're sitting next to you in the passenger seat, and they're talking and you're not hearing a damn thing they're saying.
And when they get done, you go, huh?
Yeah. And then they start picking up on it, and they realize you're not listening.
That's right.
Yeah, because can't they see you're having a conversation with yourself right now?
That's right. And, I mean.
That's how I like to drive.
That's how I like to drive, too.
do.
I don't have to have a lot of noise. In fact, I don't want a lot of noise. And I'm not really interested in, a lengthy conversation. But that's kind of the time when you, for me, when you sort of escape the world. I mean, you're, if you want to answer the phone, you answer it. If you don't want to answer the phone, you don't.
Yeah.
I was in traffic.
Do you hit decline? Do you hit decline a lot on calls?
I let it ring 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So it won't look like I hit decline right away. I try to disguise it a little bit. Hey, don't act like you don't do that. Don't act like you don't do that.
Of course. I mean, I'll have calls come in that actually has a name on it, and I'm sure it's a spam risk.
Yeah.
It does. Like, I know the person. I'm like,
Exactly.
Spam risk.
Yeah, he's gonna try to sell me something.
Yeah, Adam in Springdale wants to know if Eli has the most punchable face in the SEC.
Well,
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Chuck said,
I think
well.
there's your answer.
Chuck's he's just sort of dancing
Well.
around the.
Would you
Chuck
like-
is circling the fire.
Would you like me to answer the question, Bo?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
I got to be
Would
honest.
you take a shot at him, Bart?
I got to be honest. I had no idea how Bart was going to answer. I was really unsure.
Bart's used some strong language today. I think doofus, dork.
Yeah.
I mean,
Preceded by an adjective that starts with an F.
That's right.
Yeah. Frankly.
Yeah.
A frankly dork.
Yeah.
877-377-6963 if you want to text into the show. We're taking requests today. So, it's the all request pre-Thanksgiving show. Anything you want to talk about,
Play the hits
want us to
today.
play,
Yeah.
we're here for it.
Just got this text from D in Fort Smith. Eli is one of those guys you love if he coaches your team, but you hate him if he's not. I disagree. I think, like, he's just a dork. Like, I wouldn't want him anywhere near my team.
That's a great question. Can we hear from some Missouri fans today, because they are part of what we do here.
Yeah.
I know that Missouri fans.
Well, until he started
around
winning,
today.
they called him a hillbilly up there. That's what they called him. I've said this before. There's a couple of shows in St. Louis that I listened to, and before last season, they had a good year last year, but heading into that season, I mean, I can remember listening in the summer, and I think they just repeatedly referred to him as that stupid hillbilly. And, of course, then he wins 10 games, I guess, what they won, and it's not a stupid hillbilly anymore. He's just a hillbilly. But they'll turn on him in a heartbeat up there, just like fans do everywhere.
I'm just going.
You scrolling through?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Christian Laettner got brought up as a villain. But we miss villains today. We don't have the same villains we used to have.
I know.
Like
Bill Lambier, Rick Mahorn, guys like that.
Christian Laettner,
Isaiah Thomas,
anyone
on the Badd Boys.
All of Duke.
Any Duke player.
All of Duke.
Yeah, all of the Detroit Pistons. All of them.
Every Duke player ever.
Right. Oh, yeah. Who was it? Grayson?
Grayson Allen.
Yeah,
Grayson, dirtiest player in the history of the game.
Ever.
Yeah.
Brent and Cersei wants to weigh in. Brent, happy Thanksgiving. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, to Chuck and Bo. How are Chuck and Bo this morning?
Thank you, Brent. Happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
I must tell you, I listened to the game Tuesday night with Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
I felt bad for UNZ having to talk through an Arkansas 22-0 run and things such as that.
It was a 28-0 run, Brent.
Can you 28? I missed 6 points somewhere, Chuck. Imagine that. Tell me a little bit. What should we expect from this Illinois game Thursday?
Well, I would imagine it's going to be a much more rugged game inside, number one. And this is a Big Ten team, and I would expect them to be much more rugged than what Arkansas has faced so far, with the exception of maybe Baylor. They are. I mean, when you look at what they caught UALR right on the end of that road trip and beat them pretty good. And Brad Underwood's a good coach, and I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a close game. You can't. It's the basic stuff. It's the basic stuff early in the season. Things you've got to do and things you can't do.
Are we gonna have the Tennessee transfer?
I don't know. I hope so.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. The team actually left yesterday and got up there late, I guess last night. And they're going to have, I guess, their Thanksgiving today because tomorrow's a game day. And so they'll have shoot-around early, and, I mean, it'll just be like a normal game day. There's not going to be any Thanksgiving to it until it's over. So I'm not sure what – I'm sure he's taking treatment right now. I know as of the first of the week they were hopeful he'd be able to play tomorrow, but I'm not sure what that status is right now.
So you're traveling to St. Louis solo?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
He
Yeah.
could end up,
Yeah.
he could end up in St. Louis since he's going alone.
Yeah, it'll be.
He's not going to have any help.
It'll be a solo trip today.
Yeah.
That's right.
I could have.
Z left you behind, huh?
Well, I think
Z left you behind.
Chuck refused to
Yeah,
ride
Z,
with Z. He likes his personal time.
Z rode the bus yesterday.
Hey, tell me, what do you think about this football game Saturday?
Well, I think that it's.
What do we got to do to win the
Well,
game?
I think.
Hang on to the football would be a good start. And Taylor Green's going to have to play well. Taylor Green's been challenged. The opposing coach has challenged him. He's called him out and mispronounced his name. I mean, he's called him out. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about he's called out this guy and that guy and said this about so-and-so, but what he did was call out your quarterback.
He did.
I mean, he basically said, you know, I'm going to disrespect you to the point I'm not even going to say your name right. So
I'm going to get in your head.
I would start with number 10. I think number 10's got to play well.
Yes, sir. I do agree. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Brent.
So happy Thanksgiving. to
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving, Brent. Thank you so much. Appreciate you listening to the show, calling in. You're right. That's
See, that's what I take
now
away
you
from all
rally
this.
around- that's Taylor Green.
You know, you can talk about all the dumb
taking
things
a
he
shot,
said,
getting
play
in
the
his head.
sound bites, make fun of him being a dork, ask about his punchable face. But the deal is, he's called out your quarterback by a name that's not even his. You know.
Yeah.
And I think everybody in that locker room ought to take that personally. I mean, this is
Need to go stand on business, Josh.
That's right. It's time to go stand on business.
Yeah.
Stand on.
That's what he said to
stand on
Josh
business.
Heupel. We stand on business, Josh.
Stand on business. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He said,
The hell does that mean? We stand on business. God.
what does any of it mean? Well, it's Eli.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
The ascension of Eli Drinkowitz to the spot he's in today is also just like, wow. Wow. Like, I remember when he became a head coach at App State, and I was just thinking, like, man, good for him, happy for him. And then all of a sudden, he's got, like, a SEC head coaching job. I mean, I can remember when Gus didn't take him from Arkansas State to Auburn. Like, he just got left out. Ended up at NC State with Dave Doran. And I've been rooting for Eli the whole time. The Arkansas guy, go have success.
He makes it hard.
And then he's like, I don't want you to like me. I'm like, well, okay then, we won't. It's okay. Oh, that's if you could have just said that.
Saved us all the trouble.
He's like, no, I want it to
Because
stick.
I've been trying to tell you for 4 years. I don't
want
like
it-
you guys.
I want it to stick. 7-17. Thankful for Eli Donkiewicz this morning. 7-17. Good morning.
Bo, if I was as good a husband as you were, a man on the radio, my wife would bow to me every day. You guys are top notch.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
Save up to $15,000 off. The Red Tag savings are back at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Your choice. Save up to $15,000 off new Silverados or up to $15,000 off new Blazer EVs. That's how we do Red Tag savings at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 12/2/24.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
And Hog Noxious, our listeners just don't let us down. He said, Chuck, explain it to them. Smash or trash by saying swipe right or left.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
Hey River Valley, Yeager's Ace Hardware is now open at 942 4th Street in Barling. Conveniently located minutes from Fort Smith and Chaffee Crossing, Yeager's is your locally owned hardware and lumber store. Come by and visit with your Yeager's experts today and check out our new space packed with all of your hardware essentials. Open 7 days a week, the folks at Yeager's Hardware are committed to serving the River Valley for all of your home improvement and hardware needs. Yeager's, real help, real savings.
Are you tired of processed meat and flimsy sandwiches? Subchain's gotten on your last nerve? Then I have the place for you. Come see my buddy Josefa at Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District in downtown Fort Smith. Locally sourced meat sliced daily and fresh breads from Harvest Moon Bakery. Daily specials announced on Facebook, including the Poke Bowl every Friday and Saturday. For to-go orders, call 479-567-3403.
My name is Lily. My Baba makes the best sandwiches at Lily's Sandwich Shop. Come by and see him at the Bakery District today.
Black Friday Christmas shopping season is underway at Jelco Outdoors, now through Saturday. Mission Raddick Compound Bow Package, now only $349.99. Elite Ember Compound Bow Package, $599.99. Raven Crossbows, save $200 off. Save up to $1,000 off on select 10-point crossbows. Genesis bows for the archery in schools. Morel Storm Bag targets, $29.99. Jelco, your Christmas store with the largest archery selection for the archer on your list. Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I knew I had to show up because after Chuck does a game, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't feel like there's a world where Chuck is not showing up and also lets us know.
That's true. If I don't show up, you need to try to contact me because there's an issue.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's so true. If Chuck's not here, send out the search party. Jeff is in Farmington. Chuck is here. Jeff, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Thank you, Jeff. Same to you.
Hey, thank you. Hey, I hope when Green gets up there Saturday, he walks over and introduces himself to Ellie Drunklitz and proceeds to kick their tail all over that field. I'm sick and tired of that dude. Sick and tired of that program. I'm like every Arkansas fan. It's so easy to hate them right now.
Yeah, I mean, the other part of that is just beat Missouri. Like, you're tired of losing to Missouri. Like Missouri, it's Missouri. It's not Alabama. It's not, the blue bloods of the SEC. And I give them credit for the games they've won. And Drink's done a pretty good job there. But this year's team, if we talk about the game, I give Missouri credit this year for figuring out a way to win games. But all of these games that they've played that they were near losses. Like, they haven't really controlled games. They haven't really been all year. Even when they've been winning, you thought, man, they're gettable. But Arkansas, the talk is going to end on Saturday. And Arkansas needs to go play a complete game, win for the reasons we've talked about, but just to feel good about yourself and your program. And Razorback fans, I know it's Thanksgiving and we're talking about what we're thankful for, but if we could fast forward to Christmas, on every Razorback fan's list is they just want to feel good about their stinking football program, even if it's for one day. Just for one, can you just give me one day? And by the way, there's not a better time to do it than multiple weeks off after the game, because then you get to walk around for a month feeling good about yourself.
Ditto.
That's what every Razorback fan wants. And now like with Eli coming in and taking this shot and being who he is and who he wants to be, it just makes it even like sweeter if you go win the game. It's so funny. You know that saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. There's not a saying, I mean there is, but there's not a saying that's ever been less true than that.
Well, it's not necessarily that it hurts you. It just makes you mad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the idea of words not bothering people
and
not hurting
words
you
matter.
It's such a false statement. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, there would be no social media. That's why social media, that's the staying power of social media. People taking shots, saying things, hurtful. Without hurt, there would be no social media.
Play it again. Play it again. I want to hear it again. One more time, just to drive the point home.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Anybody sees Chuck Barrett asking?
No, that's not the one. That's not the one. The other one. I'm sick of hearing that one.
They've got, like I said, really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, you know, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon. I mean, he's calling him out.
Loser. It's just
Bart's gone all the way down to loser.
Yeah.
It is. Like, it's just so small, man. Like he is a small man. Like that's the vibe that he's giving off.
Careful, you're getting in my area now.
No,
like, calm down.
Exactly.
I'm not talking
what are we talking about here?
No.
Careful on the stature comments.
Yeah.
William is in Hot
apologies.
Springs.
But
William,
you know what I mean.
William, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, William.
Good morning and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
And all I got to say about Eli Drinkowitz, it would be like if Brian from Ozark really did coach Texas. Go up there and beat his butt.
Yeah. That's good.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
He's Brian from Ozark. Eli is Brian from Ozark. Actually,
he's Brian from Ozark with $5 million a year in his back pocket.
Hey, what if Eli was actually Brian from Ozark?
Yeah, maybe that's
What
it.
if Eli called the show as Brian from Ozark? Right? Yeah. What if that was him?
Yeah.
What if that is him? It might be.
Could be.
I mean, you would think a guy making...
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green. I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
We are so in the ditch. We are so in the ditch. Somebody call AAA. I need a tow. It's 7:28. Good morning.
The way you guys have fancied up the pig in the blanket, I mean, it's just kolache now is part of my vocabulary.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This holiday season, make your moments unforgettable with a gift from Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. From brilliant diamonds to vibrant gemstones and timeless watches, Blakeman's has something for everyone on your list. Our team is here to guide you in finding the perfect piece, whether it's a token of love, appreciation, or holiday celebration. Visit us in Rogers and see why Blakeman's Fine Jewelry is Northwest Arkansas's go-to destination for gifts that shine.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You say, well, that's a tough thing to say. Well, we live in a tough world.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Finding your joy in cycling is the main goal at Champion Cycling. Champion Cycling takes pride in helping you find the right bike. Whether it's a road bike, mountain bike, or just a bike for leisure, Champion Cycling has a great selection of bikes, including brands like Specialized Surly and Salsa. Need service or repair? The friendly, professionally trained technicians will assess your bike's needs and provide you with a free, no-obligation estimate. Find your joy in cycling at Champion Cycling, 5500 Mazur Road in Fort Smith.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Over the river and through the woods, to Sallisaw we go. Mock Legal Solutions is opening a second location to serve our Eastern Oklahoma clients. 105 East Chickasaw. For divorce and custody, let us give you the Christmas gift of a new start. And for personal injury, we will get you a settlement check when Grandma gets run over by that reindeer. 918-238-2363. Or check out our website at mocklegalsolutions.com. Free intakes and payment plans available. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson. We're at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Aaron, what's going on this month?
We have new Polaris units on our lot, such as the Ranger XD 1500, the Sportsman 6x6, and the Razor Pro S. We have discounts here for the 2024 Polarises that have up to $6,000 off the original price. If you guys have any questions, call me or text me at 479-783-5822.
Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
It's National Absurdity Day.
I plan on celebrating.
Well, I think we already have.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, I've been reminded, Chuck, to get back to this. So,
what's that?
I mean, there's a million things that we have to talk about today, and we're not going to talk about any of it because Eli Drinkowitz called Talon.
Talon.
Yeah.
Talon.
So therefore, it's...
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
When the opposing coach mispronounces your quarterback's name on purpose.
Yeah.
Going into Thanksgiving, that's the only thing you talk about.
Well, it is.
It becomes the talking point of the game. But somebody reminded me, hey, you said you'd get back to this, but because someone had texted earlier, I can't speak, about Pittman blocking Razorback fans on Twitter. And then Jason just reminded me, Jason from Marshall, hey, you said you'd talk about this. Look, if you're a fan and you attack anybody but the head coach, and you're offended, like the text earlier was, it's so soft of Pittman to block somebody on Twitter.
It's so soft of someone to think blocking someone on Twitter is a big deal. That's what's soft.
Thank you. It's also soft to be a keyboard gangster. So if you want to be that, I am going to ignore you. What we all need to teach Coach Pittman is there's a mute button, which I think is better than blocking someone, because you don't let them know, hey, you suck. You just act like you never heard them.
Hey, I got a solution. Just don't go on there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my solution.
If you're a coach, you probably have to have a.
Well, you've got, and look, I don't know how Coach Pittman does this, but I do not have this vision of head coaches in their living rooms at night, tweeting things out.
Right, reading their mentions.
Maybe there's somebody that does it for them.
That's probably true.
But we got some callers on the line. I may be mispronouncing this, but I think it's Dave in
Fort Smith.
Fort Smith. Dave, you're on the Chuck and Bo. Oh, Dave, I'm sorry. Dave, you're on the Chuck and Bo
show. I like Dave a lot better.
Dave.
Dave cover.
Yeah.
We got a Dave cover in Fort Smith.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good. I'll start using that in certain situations.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. Introduce yourself that way. You bet.
Yeah, not bad. Like Stephen Colbert, for example.
Yeah.
Joe Dirte is
my
guys,
favorite. Just a couple of things. Number one, if you look back at that Missouri program, they started being successful about the time they hired Rick Jones as a consultant. And I think if you really drill down in there, I think he's the reason for a lot of that success. He's got a great football mind. And the other thing I was going to say, and I'm not advocating for the firing of Sam Pittman in any way, but if for some reason he doesn't come back next year or the year after, guy we ought to keep our eyes on is a guy at SMU by the name of Rhett Lashley. He's doing a pretty good job down there. Got good Arkansas ties.
Yeah, big fan of Rhett. Happy for his success, kind of like I was for Eli until this week. But Rhett's a good coach, and he's done a great job throughout his career. And SMU, I think, is a great fit for him. He's done great things. They're 9th in the college football playoff rankings currently. They're going to have to win the ACC to get in, but they're currently 9th in the rankings. Nelson and Harrison. You know any Missouri fans, Nelson?
Hey, guys.
I bet there's a Missouri fan close by. What's up, Nelson?
Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I want to say this. I was, when Dorkowitz was over there at App State, I was so proud of that guy. I was like, man, that's a guy that's really making it. But back then, he was doing things. He was competing with people that he was supposed to compete with. I mean, that he wasn't supposed to compete with or whatever. Now, he's had a 1-11-win season. He ain't even doing as good at Missouri as Barry Odom did. I mean, come on, Eli. I mean, act like you've been there before once or twice, okay? But he ain't. So this is the thing I want to say. Right after he may need to hook on phonics, because he called Luke Halls as well.
Oh,
so,
really?
Right after he's talking about Taylor. But guys, this is what I want. This is what I want to see. I want to see Taylor play like he did against Mississippi State. Let's don't make mistakes, Taylor, and run the ball. You don't got to, you got wide open lanes against Texas that you could drive a Mack truck through, and that's the reason we lost the game. You didn't take what they gave you. Take what Missouri gives us. Hold on to the ball, guys, and special teams. Stay away from Isaiah Satania. Why are you running in front of the kick returner every game? I mean, coaches, get it with them. Guys, have a great Thanksgiving. Chuck, be safe on your way to Kansas City, man. And hopefully you'll call a win up there and call a win at Missouri.
Well, I hope so, too. Thank you, Nelson.
We did have a call.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nelson, or a text asking why Arkansas is playing in Kansas City.
I don't really know. This is the same promotional company, for lack of a better way to put it, that put on the Baylor game in Dallas is putting on this game. And I don't know exactly why they picked Kansas City. It's a neutral site. This is a TV game. This is actually part of a schedule-exempt tournament. You know, if you pay attention to college basketball, you know that there are little mini tournaments sometimes that are schedule exempt. You know, allows you to play more than the number of games you're normally allowed to play. Arkansas, Illinois, Maryland, Eastern Shore, and what's the other one that Arkansas?
Little Rock.
Well, yeah, Little Rock. They're all in this tournament together. There's no name for it, but it's schedule exempt, and that's why Illinois played UALR. It's why they're all playing Maryland, Eastern Shore. And so for some reason, they picked a neutral site for this game, and it's a made-for-television game. I mean, this is not going to be a well-attended game. Everybody knows that. The arena's not going to be packed. In fact, my guess would be if they go to a wide shot, there's not going to be a whole lot of people there. It's a TV game. It's designed to have people watch the game on Thanksgiving after they eat because people are watching sports on Thanksgiving. And not everybody's going to watch football all day. The Cowboys and the Giants play, and that may be a terrible game. Yeah,
pull it out, Bart.
You got the schedule.
Bart's
you got the schedule.
I missed.
Did you notice
do you miss the TV guy?
Did you notice the clever way I led you into that?
Oh,
Right.
well,
Man,
I
just
mean, now-
smooth as silk.
Well, that's why you're a professional
Well,
broadcaster.
smooth as
Here's the
silk.
thing, Chuck. Like, your professionalism isn't noticed unless you bring it up.
That's true. That's
Because
why
it's
I brought
so
it up.
smooth and so clean, nobody
can't,
knows.
if you don't
Did you
toot
hear
your
the
own horn.
segue into this
Yeah,
TV guide
that's
that
right.
Bart has made for Thanksgiving Day?
That's right.
So I want you to, kids, gather around, get a pen out, or hit the voice recorder on your phone, your memo, your voice memo, and here is your holiday guide for sports on television.
In case you need a break from your family.
We go to the TV guide room, and here's Bart Pullman.
11:30 a.m. kicks off NFL Thanksgiving. The Bears are at the Lions. That game on CBS. You've got some interesting basketball games. 1:30. Number 18 Florida plays Wake Forest in the ESPN Events Invitational. Fantastic name for a tournament. Of course, at 3 o'clock you have the Hogs.
Sponsorships available.
Yeah. You have the Hogs in Illinois and Kansas City. That game on CBS. So Arkansas basketball follows the NFL game on Thanksgiving.
By the way,
pretty cool time
the
slot
way
there.
Chuck described that game, I'm not even sure I want to watch it anymore.
Which one?
The Arkansas Illinois
No,
game.
I'm just saying it's a TV game, and it'll be good television
I know, I'm just-
entertainment. I'm
yeah.
sure it will be.
I know.
Follows the NFL game, so
like
just
no-
keep it on CBS.
Nobody's going to be there, but
Then 3:30, the Giants are at the Cowboys on Fox. That should be some sort of barn burner. 4:30,
burn the
an
barn.
interesting college basketball game. Ole Miss, number 23, they play BYU. BYU has really, really good NBA prospects. Should be a good game. That's in San Diego on Fox Sports 1. 6:30, the lone college football game of the day. Used to have the Egg Bowl in this slot, but it's Memphis at number 17, Tulane on ESPN. And then
it's a big game for Tulane in the college football
it is.
playoff rankings.
It is. And then at 7:20, another NFL game to cap the night. The Dolphins at the Packers should be a good one.
I'm excited
on
about
NBC.
that game. And then Friday, we got the Chiefs on Prime. Who are they playing? Who's Kansas City playing on Friday? Anybody know?
Edward does.
Yeah.
Raiders.
Thank you, Edward.
Thank you.
That's right. Chuck, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, all I heard and all that was that's a big game for Tulane's college football playoff chances. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, they rolled it out last night.
Well, I mean, look.
They rolled it out last night that Tulane could get into the playoffs.
Hey, here's
the Big 12 might get left
Yeah,
out.
that's the thing.
Me nuts. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bang the microphone there.
Sure you did.
No,
it's a professional move.
Come
when you want to
on.
get people's attention.
Tulane, I mean, come on.
Yeah, what do we-
Tulane and Memphis having a big.
I agree,
mean, come
Chuck, but this
on.
is the system that's created.
What's a bad system?
I agree.
How many undeserving teams are going to be in the playoff, Chuck?
5.
Well, right now we got 2 or 3 in there.
How many are going to get left? How many teams that should be in are going to get left out?
2 or 3. The bad teams that go in will They'll be the ones that replace the good teams that should be in. I'm not saying they're bad. There's teams in this list or in this mock playoff that are good teams and have had great years. But it does not mean they're among the 12 best teams in the country. It does not. Watch them play. Look at the lines of scrimmage. Watch some of these teams like Tulane and some of the other smaller schools. Watch them play and watch the guys up front. I'm not talking about the skill players. Everybody's got skill players. They're a dime a dozen. I'm talking about the big guys up front.
I agree, Chuck. So if you could seed the top 4 teams in the playoff, who would they be?
Ooh. Well, I'd put Ohio State in that group. I'd put Georgia in that group. I still think they're good.
Georgia's 7th.
I'd put Oregon in that group.
They're 1. Ohio State's 2.
And I would I'm not going to say Texas yet, but if they beat Texas A&M, I would put Texas in that group. I don't think they're going to beat Texas A&M, so I'm not putting them in that group right now. But
okay, so Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, and
the problem that remains. I mean, I think you could put a number of teams there right now. I don't think we know. I think one of the intriguing things is we don't really know who the best 4 teams are in college football, and that makes the playoff intriguing. The issue is the seeding doesn't match the rankings.
And that's a huge problem.
And it's confusing, and it's a big problem, and it's unnecessary, I think. Like, let's take the best 12 teams and seed them 1 through 12 and do it like that play the game.
I'm in full agreement.
Like, this is like Boise State getting a bye, and
that's the bottom line.
They're so on the bubble. Like UNLV could knock Boise State out and get in the playoff.
Watch Boise State along the lines of scrimmage and really ask yourself if that team's among the best 12 in the country. There's no way.
All you have to do, like, this is very simple. If the team ranked 11th in your rankings is the 4 seed in your tournament, then you have a bad system. Like, that is just common sense.
Well, let's look at this.
That's just common sense.
Here's another way to say what Chuck is saying. If you take Vanderbilt, we'll take Arkansas off the table. Take Vanderbilt, and you match them up against SMU, Indiana, Boise State, Clemson. They've already beaten Alabama. Arizona State, Tulane. Like, these are all top 17 college football playoff teams. Indiana's 10th. SMU's 9th. I mean, heck, what would Vanderbilt and Penn State or Vanderbilt and Miami, what would the line be on that game in a neutral site setting?
Probably
less than a touchdown.
Penn State, probably you're looking like -6. I would say Miami, probably
serious.
-6.
It was rhetorical. Bart's now making lines.
Okay. Well,
we got locks coming up today. It's Wednesday. It's the last show for us.
But I would say SMU, Indiana. That's probably a field goal game. That's probably SMU -3.
But what I'm saying is Vanderbilt's competitive or wins some of those games.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help your point.
We don't have the best team.
Well,
but record does have to.
All right,
matter
look at the rankings right
It
now,
does.
and I know people are saying a 3-loss Alabama team doesn't deserve to be in there, and I know the common thought is Ole Miss is out of it now, and South Carolina with 3 losses, a lot of people think they won't get in. Take those 3 teams, and then run through that top 12. And ask yourself how many of those teams, Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina, would beat. I'm seeing several.
Yeah.
I'm seeing several.
Yeah.
Clemson, they're going to beat them. Boise State, they're going to beat them. Indiana, they're going to beat them. SMU, they're going to beat them. Tennessee, Georgia, maybe. Miami, I think they're going to win, but you'd certainly give Miami a puncher's chance. Notre Dame's been dominant since they lost to Northern Illinois. They got a fighting chance. Penn State, I don't know. I've not seen them play enough. Texas, puncher's chance. Ohio State, Oregon, puncher's chance. But there's some guys in this field that, I mean, they wouldn't finish 6th in the SEC.
For sure.
They just wouldn't even finish in the top half of the league. And I know people say, well, there's SEC bias if you put a 2 or 3 loss SEC team in there. But, again,
no, there's a good team bias.
I mean, Alabama, Ole Miss, South Carolina, I can tell you this, until you get to number 8, any of those 3 teams, I think, would boat race the other 3.
Got to hit a break. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Thanksgiving Eve. Good morning.
Chuck and Bo, it's always an honor and pleasure to be with you. You know I don't do a lot of these in the course of my season.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Storey talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
'Tis the holiday season, a special delight, with gifts all around and spirits so bright. Watch closely now, for there's one more surprise, a gift that brings comfort with joy in our eyes. The family rejoices, their excitement takes flight. With a new Paschal heat and air system, they're snug every night. Give your family the gift of true comfort with over $5,100 in savings. Plus, receive a whole home duct cleaning on qualifying systems. Special financing available with no payments and no interest. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Save up to $15,000 off. The Red Tag savings are back at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Your choice. Save up to $15,000 off new Silverados or up to $15,000 off new Blazer EVs. That's how we do Red Tag savings at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 12/2/24.
We were doing everything right. We were moving the ball. We had it. We booped. Wide open miss. Another one here missed. I was ready to strangle myself. Like, come on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's the Black Friday sales event. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw. Troy, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, man. Hey, we're excited, dude. We've got the most inventory that we've had in the last 4 years. We've got an F-150 out here with up to 50. I mean, you got 15 grand off of an F-150. Come down here and see us. Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford. We've got the best deals. We want to get you taken care of, and we want to save you some money.
The big story is the 1.9% financing for 60 months. We've seen low rates, but not for 60 months till this point.
Yes, and here's the good news. You get that 1.9 at 60, and you still get your discounts, and you still get your rebate. So come down here and see us. We want to save you the most money. Make sure you get the best deal and the best bang for your buck.
And, of course, the promise is still true. Never one dime over sticker price. Never one dime over MSRP at Harry Robinson, Salisaw Ford. 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw. Shop the selection online at harryrobinson.com. It's the Black Friday sales event.
When I go out to eat, I want something fresh. I don't want something that's been sitting in a freezer or processed. When I go to Lily Sandwich Shop, I am satisfied to the max. That's because Josefa makes everything fresh and uses that River Valley farm fresh produce during our long growing season. Stop by Lily Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District and become another satisfied customer. The sandwiches speak for themselves.
My name is Lily. My Baba makes the best sandwiches at Lily Sandwich Shop. Come by and see them at the Bakery District today.
When I need need a place to stay in Northwest Arkansas, I always choose the Inn at the Mill. It's centrally located in the heart of NWA at the Johnson exit off I-49 and is the most unique choice of hotels in the region. Whether you're in town for the game, a concert at the Amp, business travel, or just a weekend away, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious, clean room ready for you. Reserve your stay at the Inn at the Mill, 479-443-1800, or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
So if I get offended right there, do you get offended at me for being offended?
No, I don't get offended at you for being offended, but I do think there's an issue with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, people want to talk about the weather. They want us to talk about the weather at the game.
Talk about the weather
on Saturday in Missouri.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah, it is going to be cold. It's going to be some snow.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Maybe. I was looking at the forecast last night. They're showing some scattered afternoon snow showers, as they put it up
Well,
there.
the game's going to kick off at freezing temperatures.
That's right.
And then it's only going to get colder.
It's going to be in the 20s by the end of the game with a chance of snow.
And does Arkansas have the toughness to go win this game?
Snow
the
game.
Grit.
Snow game.
By the way, keeping the segment streak alive, we have to hit the.
We got to do it.
We got to do it.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon Green and the Hogs going into a snow game to face Eli Donkiewicz.
Say my name.
Mizzou Tigers. Yeah, that's what needs to happen.
Say my name, bro.
That's what needs. Chook. Chuck Beret.
Yeah.
Chuck Beret. By the way, we got another hour.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's a Chuck and Bo Show.
13 days of deals starts now at Fayetteville Auto Park. There's never been a better time to buy. For the next 13 days only, everything is on sale. Aggressively priced up front, based on the Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor. Tons of pre-owned below $29,999. Plus all your favorite new models. Honda, Acura, Toyota, and more. Our biggest sales event ever. Now through November 30th at Fayetteville Auto Park. If you've been waiting for the best time to buy, this is it. Tons of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose. The deals of the year are here at Fayetteville Auto Park. We've got a great selection of pre-owned, many priced under $29,999, but only for a limited time. Closeout pricing means you save big on every new or pre-owned. What are you waiting for? You've only got a few days to lock in these limited time offers. Absolutely ends November 30th at Fayetteville Auto Park. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show. Located on West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Online at FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Pre-owned sale. All offers mutually exclusive. Expires 11/30/24.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery.
Hi, Clay.
2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories. This
Lime
is
line
premium
too.
refreshment 6 generations in the making.
Got it.
Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge.
I want to make a couple of points here because I have the floor.
All of it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas is special. Our people are honest and hardworking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is pure Arkansas. We were raised here, we live here, and we're straight shooters. Unfortunately, out-of-state lawyers who care nothing about Arkansas are advertising for your legal business. They don't understand that you don't hand Arkansans a pile of cow dung and try to tell us it's a rose. Don't be just a number. Call the Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, an increase in the cloud cover. High temperatures this afternoon, upper 50s north, upper 60s south. We may see an isolated rain shower or two tonight. Overnight lows will drop down mid-30s north, low 40s south. And then an increase in the sunshine on Thanksgiving Day. Highs mid-40s north, low 50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
Hi everybody, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be a smart aleck like that.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Catch your wife kissing Santa Claus, whose real name is Bobby from down the street? Want to know your rights in a divorce, custody, child support case? I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Call me today to discuss your options. Start the new year off with a new lease on life for you, and let Santa have her. Mock Legal Solutions, 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
Wow! Mommy's kissing Santa Claus!
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You can have steak like Friday night. You can have steak Saturday night.
You can also have turkey tomorrow.
Yeah, but how many people have turkey and dressing? Hey, I'm going to make dinner Saturday night. What are you going to make? I'm going to have some turkey and dressing. Nobody does that on a Saturday night. They say, we're going to grill out. Come on over. So, I mean, you can do steaks any day. You got to do turkey and dressing.
Kind of like
Come
eggnog.
on.
You only have eggnog around the holidays. You can't do it all year.
No.
Can't be year round.
No, make you sick.
Yeah, right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a call play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Enjoy that open while it lasts.
Yeah,
it's
we
coming
after
after Thanksgiving.
We've been brainstorming.
Two unplanned babies would eventually come together as the Chuck and Bo Show. What are you thankful for? Just to be here. Happy Thanksgiving. Clay Henry's he joined us early. Clay leaves his mic on. He doesn't know this, so we'll tell him. At 7:43 this morning, I heard Clay banging around in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Getting the setup ready.
Gene, where's my breakfast?
Yeah.
Now that doesn't happen, boys.
Oh, man. I hope you know what you're wandering into today, Clay. Because this
Well, I was
this
wanting to
show's been
listen
in
to
the
y'all.
ditch. Yeah, it's been in the ditch for 2 hours.
Well, that's what happens. You know, I'm sure y'all are frustrated that y'all are off on a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. There's so many people that are now.
I know there are.
Wow. We got thousands of people listening around the world.
Should we try to drive home the point to Clay
I may
exactly what
mispronounce
we've
his
been
name,
talking?
but,
Yeah, here we go.
Talon Green.
Talon Green. We got it. Some Eli.
Who was that? That was Ellie Drinkawansel?
Something. Elia.
Clay's been working
Eli?
on that all morning.
Yeah.
Ellie? I like Ellie.
That sounds like a Swedish Olympic skier you just rolled out.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Here we go. We got a special for you.
Especially his
Listen, Clay.
downhill where he hits a tree.
Listen to this.
Listen up. Here we go.
We're having technical.
Oh, we're having LE difficulties.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, Edward has something special, but he can't get it to fire.
But it is really special. And when the time comes that it's able to fire,
It's like burning.
you'll feel
it's
the
gonna be
specialness
great.
as well.
It's like burning the rolls on Thanksgiving.
Just wait. The second batch of rolls will be even better. Hey, plug that cord in.
The burning the rolls on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it is.
Classic mishap.
Is it? There we go. Here we go.
Really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, you know, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green. Talon Green.
Hey, Junior!
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight. Now, this will be real disappointing to Bob Stoops, but OU doesn't always whip Missouri's ass anymore, so.
It gives us another win, keeps us in the playoff hunt. That's right, I said it, playoff hunt.
He can't even read.
Talon Green.
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
Now, say my name.
Talon Green.
That's good. That's nice work, Edward.
That is great.
That's nice work.
M-I-Z.
M-I-Z, baby.
M-I-Z. M-I-Z. Well, Clay, we got a game on Saturday, and I know Arkansas fans wanted to win it anyhow, but I heard that this morning, and I immediately wanted Arkansas to win by 30. Like, winning wasn't even enough anymore. It was like, please win by 30. Do you share
So
the
he's
sentiment?
doing that intentionally, right?
Well,
yeah.
He actually had to gather himself to mispronounce the name on
Yeah,
purpose. Like,
yeah.
if you listen, I'll play it for you. If you listen, he's like trying to.
It's not even a good try.
He's slowing down so that he can mispronounce it.
And I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Yeah, Talon. Yeah.
He's a dork.
He knows what he's doing.
He is a dork.
That's Bart's word.
Yeah,
And
he
several
is
others.
Dorkowitz. Yeah, it's a planned trashing of the other team, and he does that to others. It's not just Arkansas.
Well, pre-game, like going into the game. I mean, you've been
He's
around
trying to
this
get in their
your whole
head,
life,
man.
Clay.
He's
But,
trying to
but
get
I
in
know,
their
but
head.
it's so unusual for a coach to try to fire up the other team. You're usually trying to avoid that.
Yeah,
you
so
say
I'm
things after
not
the
sure it's not just so much the other team; it's the fans too. It's like, hey, I mean, I want you to dislike me.
He wants this to be a rival.
And the stuff that
He
the
does.
stuff that he did at the end of the Mississippi State game, that's just classless. I mean, I don't know. I guess y'all saw that.
Yeah, I
you know,
saw it.
where
Told
he's
him to be
taunting
quiet,
the other
or he was
team.
going to score
Yeah.
some more points.
Well, and he threw an
Yeah.
F-bomb in there.
Well, yeah.
Told him to shut the bleep up or he would score again. Like, he's yelling at the other sideline. They obviously can't hear him.
No, they can't.
And the game's
And
out of
they're-
hand, and you should win the game handily. And now you're just that'd be like Arkansas talking trash to Maryland Eastern Shore up 74.
Hey, you guys don't
Yeah,
shut
like-
up. I'm gonna score 110 on you.
You're right.
Or or you quit pressing, or we're gonna dunk on you every time. Just quit pressing.
Well, anyhow.
It's like, yeah.
We'd stop talking about it, but it's too much fun. I mean, I really want to thank him. Chuck and I both have thought about calling him this morning. Maybe we will. I don't know. You think we'll make it till 9 without calling him?
I don't know. I
mean, I'm considering it.
I know you are.
I'm
scaring the hell out of me. I'm not
got it
going
right
to lie to you. I know you're considering lots of things
right
over
here.
there right now.
I got it right. Drake, what's up, man? You know it's tailing, right?
Yeah.
I can hear it now. That's what he would.
That's funny.
It is. He has succeeded in amping up the game, though.
What do you think about the game, Clay? What do you think about it?
Well, it's like I was listening to y'all earlier as I was clanging around and stuff in the kitchen. I was listening. That was my intent, is to make sure I knew what you were talking about. And it's like everything that you watch in football, it centers on offensive and defensive line play. And that's, what you guys were detailing. And Ken Hatfield told me that's what he tried to do to help the selection committee. Look at the offensive and defensive lines. That'll tell you whether these teams can play, at this level.
That's the whole story.
And if you can't, then you're going to struggle. And if you looked at last week's game, all the things that Arkansas did poorly in the first quarter, all the mistakes they made in the kicking game, didn't matter because they whipped them up front on both sides of the ball. It's like they came in wanting to run the ball. I'm talking about Louisiana Tech. They made 26 on a fake punt. They made 7 on a fake field goal. They made 6 on 31 run plays. That's all you need to know in the game. They can't win. They're not going to be able to win. And that's what this game has been centered around. And both teams have the ability to block a little. They're not great up front. I think Arkansas is a little better in the defensive line. So I give them a little edge in this game. Missouri has been better in the defensive line. They were really good, too deep last year. That was the strength of that team. You couldn't run against them. But I think Arkansas can muster some sort of run game, and I think they'll get some big plays. It come down to the quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks are playmakers. Cook is a playmaker. They struggled with him out. They've gotten better with him back. But they're not a juggernaut. They're not as good defensively as they were last year. They lost their defensive coordinator, lost a lot of their defensive linemen. They're not as strong up front or as deep. I think Arkansas has the edge there. It will be a good game. Now, the kind of wild card in the game is this weather, and we don't know exactly how bad it's going to be. We know the temperatures. You guys have already detailed that. But if we throw in precipitation and all at once you've got snow and you can't throw and catch.
What's the wind? Do we know the wind? Can we get on the wind app, Bart?
It's going to be windy. I've never been in Columbia where the wind's not blowing. I've never been there where it's not blowing. Here's the deal: the football's going to be frozen. And
correct.
To me, hanging on to the foot, I'm not talking about throwing passes or running in the snow or anything like that. Hanging on to a cold football is going to be harder than it sounds.
If you take off running and you're tailing green and you've got the ball out there like a loaf of bread, it's going to be hard to hold on to. Just like you said, Chuck. I mean, so he's got to be more careful with his ball security. Same thing goes with Brady Cook.
Talon Green.
Or is it Brody?
Brody. That's a good one.
There we go.
That's a good one.
Brody cake.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder what the wind. But I love your analysis for, like, if you're an Arkansas fan, you love hearing Arkansas can run the ball because along with taking care of it, and not turning it over, Arkansas being able to run the ball changes any offense, but particularly this year with Petrino's offense. They really get into a rhythm, and they get pretty explosive when they're able to run the ball. What did you get at windapp.com?
Yeah, what's it say, Bart?
On Saturday, Columbia, average wind west-northwest at 6 miles an hour with max wind gusts at 8 miles an hour.
I think if it's snowing, it'll be.
No, I just wondered if it was going to be windy too. That's another element.
Well,
it's not 15 to 20 though. That's
right.
We'll see when we get there. I don't care what it says. I've never been to Columbia where the wind's not blowing.
The wind. You got to factor in coming off those rocks.
Hey, at 20, it doesn't take much wind to be cold.
You gotta factor in
that wind hits those
the
rocks.
Rock bed.
Yeah, the wind hits that rock.
The rock bed in the end zone.
Yeah.
Ooh, it really picks up steam coming off of there.
Drafty.
What a beautiful stadium.
What is it with the rocks?
Have you ever had a flower bed that you're tired of mulching? And you just say, I'm going to put some rocks in there.
It's like a yard in Bella Vista. It's just like nothing but rocks,
just
man.
Put rocks down.
I think it comes down to when you have a lot of rocks, you try to figure out what to do with them. They got a lot of rocks.
That's fair.
Maybe.
That is fair.
So.
I guess so. It's a hilly city in Columbia, and a lot of rocks.
Hey, it is. And I know this will hurt Bob Holt's feelings, and Nate Allen, who are University of Missouri grads, Christina Long. That is an ugly damn place.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair.
It is an ugly damn place. It is. It's like you're just like, okay, I know I'm not quite to the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Now you've entered the post-game press conference zone. Yeah, he's entered the zone. He's going to be on you next.
Anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
Anybody sees Clay Henry, ask him about how our ugly damn place is. That's going to be the post-game presser.
Hey, it's so ugly, I'm not even going.
Let's take some calls, Clay. You want to?
Sure.
Yeah, that's great. Jason's in Bryant. Bryant's got a really good high school football team, by the way.
Yeah.
Probably going to win the whole thing.
Juggernaut.
Hey, Jason, what's happening?
Hey, I've just got a point to make here about this rivalry that's never has really turned into a rivalry between Arkansas and Missouri. This with Eli up there mispronouncing the quarterback's name, that might just be kind of the spark that maybe lights the fire and gets this into a real rivalry,
Talon
And
Green.
the other thing is, I get the impression that he, maybe in his world, Talon, maybe more of a common way to say it. That sounds like some guy that's on the dean's list at Yale or something.
Talon Green.
Rather than Talon. But anyway, I just thought that might be kind of get it really going.
At Yale.
Thank you, Jason.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Drink would be a great fit at Yale.
Talon Green.
Yeah, he should. This is. I just haven't seen anything like it, and I know he did it on purpose.
Well, of course he did.
But again, we've all spent tons of time. Me, you, Clay have spent tons of time. Edward and Bart have too. But for years, we've been around coaches, and their number one fear is to not motivate the other team. Starting with Nick Saban. Like Nick Saban would leave SEC media days and say, "You just want to get out of there without any roadkill."
And let me tell you something. Alabama's the best in the league and was the best in the league under Saban at gathering bulletin board material from other states and other places. They were and still are, because the guy that does it used to be here. And they're pretty good at it. They find all that stuff.
So for a coach to come out and motivate a fan base like that, I have to think, like, let me ask you, Clay. If you're Sam Pittman, what do you do with this?
I think you run with it. I mean, I think that's any normal person would. So, I mean, I think that's I'd be stunned if that wasn't used in the next 3 days.
And it's the quarterback.
Well, everybody's already
it's your
texted
team leader
him about it. Everyone's tweeted him the clip. Talon's probably seen it 1,000,000 times, and he knows. I mean, he knows he's been called out. He knows.
He's a competitor.
Yeah.
Let's go to Jason.
It's not a rivalry, though, guys. It's just not. I mean,
it'll be a rivalry when both teams start winning the game.
Look, what's a rivalry?
Yeah, I've heard that said a lot.
What is a rivalry? I mean, we can talk about what a rivalry is, but I want to say this. I want to make this
It's
point.
when you have pure hatred for the other team.
I think Arkansas fans have that feeling about Missouri right now.
They do about Drinkwitz. I don't know about Missouri, but they do about Drinkwitz.
It's one and the same for this game.
And Bo, you and I were both there. did a nice job, when you were running the Touchdown Club, and I think we had Gary Pinkel in. Maybe it was about 8 or 9 years ago, and he got up there. I mean, first of all, he was classy. I mean, he's completely opposite of their coach now. I mean, he would. Well spoken, presented himself in a classy manner. But
that doesn't make a rivalry.
So, but his point was that it wasn't a rivalry if Arkansas fans enjoyed having the Missouri coach come and speak to them. He said, "Do you think that I will ever be invited anywhere in Kansas to come speak?"
Well, Eli Drinkwitz is never going to be invited to come to Arkansas except maybe Alma or Greenwood.
You're probably right.
I mean,
we're getting there.
I mean, 8 or 9 years ago, I agree with that. But, look, I'll give Drinkwitz credit for one thing. He's made Missouri fans talk about Arkansas, and he's made Arkansas fans talk about Missouri. And he's the first one to do that. And so I give him that credit.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. I wonder what they're saying in Alma today. Can we hear from anybody in Alma? What's going on at the Airedale Diner today? What's the conversation? Clay Henry's with us. He's the Hall of Famer and friend of the show. Known deer killer with his vehicle.
So they say,
and a wonderful Thanksgiving chef. We got Bart's Locks to get to. We've got calls to get to. We'll do it next on the Chuck and Bo Show.
What do you think Brian and Ozark was doing under the full boat? I have a vision of some peyote, a tailgate, and a Keystone Light.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Save up to $15,000 off. The Red Tag savings are back at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Your choice. Save up to $15,000 off new Silverados or up to $15,000 off new Blazer EVs. That's how we do Red Tag savings at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show. Together, let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 12/2/24.
Is your hot water heater letting you down? No one likes cold showers. We want to be able to count on our hot water. That's why Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric has an offer that comes with the peace of mind I value. Get this, for just $17.76, you can get a 40 to 50 gallon water heater fully supplied and installed by their licensed and insured technicians backed by a comprehensive warranty. For less than $2,000? Yeah, price check it. It's a deal. Just log on to gopascal.com and don't worry about hot water anymore.
We want to make sure that you can read some ludicrous lyrics on his 47th birthday
I can
today.
do that one. Roll out, roll out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
November is the month for thankfulness, and all of us here at Crabtree RV Center in Alma are thankful for our loyal customers who voted us the best of the River Valley and the best of the best in 2024. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years. November is the month for thankfulness, and all of us here at Crabtree RV Center in Alma are thankful for our loyal customers who voted us the best of the River Valley and the best of the best in 2024. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop.
Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side.
Nope, I saw him. Matt, you still do believe in Santa, right?
Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram WW.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us. Ho, ho, hogs.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, but I just want to see them beat Missouri.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Everybody's in here talking it up. We got the show during the breaks. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
The show
I'm
during the
telling you,
breaks.
subscriptions to the break conversation would be, we'd get rich.
Clay Henry's with us, 877-377-6963. Jameis Winston, we got something to play from him. Mac Brown's been fired at North Carolina the day after saying that he wasn't going to retire. I get the feeling that Mac and the AD were not on the same page. Mac came out and said, I'm not going anywhere. And the next day, the AD said, you're gone.
Bubba Cunningham was
Bubba Cunningham was just like, and by the way, Barry Odom's a candidate for that job. A list came out yesterday. I had heard he was. Also heard Dan Mullen's a candidate for that job.
I think Dan Mullen would be a great hire.
But we should say that the reason Mac Brown got fired, beyond the obvious, is his buyout was $2.8 million.
That's
they
right.
could afford to fire him.
Does not violate the firing freeze that you and I have announced.
Well, in the SEC, everybody's buyout's about $30 or $40 million. In the ACC, it's $2.5 million. Big difference.
Also, it's another example of you don't have to just keep extending contracts every time a coach has a good year, or at least giving them guaranteed money. David's in Searcy. David, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, gentlemen. What a pleasure it is to listen to three guys like y'all on the radio. It's a real joy and a blessing. Let me tell you what happened to me real quick, and I'll make it brief. I have target bucks on the farm. If I don't get a real good close opportunity at any of them, I won't shoot. I haven't taken a deer in 4 years. My target buck stepped out yesterday, nice close shot, and I missed him. I have been shook up. The fragility in my spirit is incredible. I'm shaking this morning, and then I wake up to what the coach said about our quarterback. And believe me, I have some good names for him, but I will refrain from using any of them. We are at the point to where if we get behind in the football game and I see we have no chance to win, I will have to turn it off. I cannot watch him win the ball game.
Talon Green.
I just want you to know it's terrible. Happy Thanksgiving. I love you guys.
Well, good
Thank you,
luck.
David.
Good luck. Hope you get another crack at
That big buck's still out there.
target
Don't
buck.
fret too much.
I will tell you that next time I just have Clay drive his truck through your farm. He'll hit it.
No, we don't want that.
Have you shot an animal yet this season, Clay? Have you shot a defenseless animal yet?
I haven't shot a
Have you
defenseless
not?
animal.
I was just
No,
curious. I was just curious.
No, I have not shot
I
anything.
wasn't ready for that. I was not ready for that.
Defenseless animal. I mean, I've I've caught a defenseless trout.
I'm just joking with you.
I know. You haven't either, have you, Chuck?
No, I haven't. I have not.
Clay, you know, one of the worst plays in football is when everybody knows the offense is trying to draw the defense off sides, right? Like, you know, they go out there, they run 65 motions, they try a different cadence. We all watch, and we know that nobody's going to jump, right? And it happens in the NFL. It happens every Sunday, every Saturday in college. So last week, here's Jameis Winston. There's audio out of Jameis Winston trying to draw off the defense off sides.
Hot! 180! What's hot? 180! What's hot? Yeah! 180! What's that? Hot! Turbo, what's that? Somebody jump on sides, damn! That's great.
You ran out of ammo.
That's so good.
That is so good. That's how we all feel. Like, man, can we just get on with this?
Yeah. Say what you got to say, for crying out loud.
He was totally out of gas. Listen to his voice crack.
What's that? Hot! Turbo, what's that? Somebody jump on sides, damn!
Damn.
I like that.
That is so good.
So real.
Are you looking forward to the Illinois-Arkansas basketball game? Have you made your Thanksgiving plans around the game, Clay?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it here at the house. Yeah.
What time's
That's our
Thanksgiving dinner? What time's Thanksgiving dinner?
It's 2:00.
Okay, all right.
What's on the menu?
You know, we think, well, the basketball game's at 3, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we were kind of calculating how long does it take to eat Thanksgiving dinner? It's about 40 minutes. That's what everybody says.
Really?
So we want to start it in time. It takes a long time to fix. It does not take long to eat.
40 minutes?
Yeah, that's
you eat
about
solid
what it is.
for 40 minutes? I mean, nonstop?
Is that the conversation?
No, I mean, there's
and
a
the
little
stories
conversation in there.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk politics at the table?
Not ever.
Okay. Because that's always a good way to get a Thanksgiving meal going, is for someone to bring up politics. Maybe the election.
Yeah.
Hey,
how you feel about it?
They're both gone
That'll
now,
do it.
so they won't. I can't get in trouble for telling this story. But when I was 10, we had Thanksgiving dinner at my maternal grandmother, my mother's mother's house, our nana, and she had 2 kids, my mother and a son from Pine Bluff. Now they're both gone, so I can tell this story. But apparently there was some simmering sibling rivalry there between my mother and my uncle. And my mother helped with the Thanksgiving bird, brought it to the house, and it was cut open at the table. And he said, "This is dry." And you remember those old Coke bottles that were just thick as could be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
That's what everybody had, around the table. She picked one of those up and backhanded him across his forehead, and blood went everywhere.
Wow.
That's the last time we had Thanksgiving dinner in Nana's house.
That is not where I saw that story going.
He had to be.
That's beyond politics.
Every time I saw my Uncle Leon, I was like, let's see, is that 10 stitches or 12
got a good
stitches?
Thanksgiving
I forget.
concussion story for
Yeah,
us?
really. You're going to break a bottle over his head.
And as my mother, on the way home, which, that ended the dinner, obviously. On the way home, my mother tells my dad, who's chastising him, everybody's got blood all over him. It splattered all across the table. My mother says, well, he had it coming. I don't know for how many years he had it coming, but he had it coming.
Good mercy. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, on that happy note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What are you
everybody.
thankful for?
Happy Thanksgiving.
What are you
Yeah.
thankful for? What's on the menu, Clay, before we let you go?
Yeah, I'm going to smoke 3 turkey breasts and 2 racks of ribs. That's my part. And then I think there's every kind of side.
That sounds
dessert.
amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds.
A new RegTech smoker.
You got a bunch of injectables going in that turkey?
Yeah, I'm going to fix
Sammy
each
Sosa,
turkey
Mark
breast.
McGuire, Barry
Sammy
Bonds,
Sosa
Brian
turkey.
Bosworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, each one of the turkey breasts is going to be seasoned differently, so people will have their choice.
Wow. Sounds great.
What a guy. Man. What a guy.
So thoughtful.
It's fun. That's what I like to do.
It's fun for Clay.
It's a touch of
You guys
class.
need to come over here, and we'll have a big cook.
If it wasn't so far.
I do.
It was like over.
When I say you guys, Chuck, I wasn't inviting you.
Fair enough. Well, it's not like I was going to come.
Yeah.
And I mean, in that
Chuck.
that Ellie Drinkowitzel, he can't come.
Yeah. Nobody turns an invitation down quite like Chuck.
Yeah, I might be there.
Clay, good stuff. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Same to y'all.
Thanks, Clay.
Enjoy that smoke.
Safe travels for y'all. I know y'all are on the road. Safe travels.
Thank you, buddy. Have a great Thanksgiving. And
you're going to the end of the world place. That's where you're going.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri. That's what
Missouri.
You know what make me feel
the
good?
Missouri people say Missouri.
You know what would be great is if the telecast would come on and they show a wide shot and there you are sitting on a rock in the end zone.
Yeah.
That'd make my day. Or Clay, just in deep thought. It's 8:33. We got to take a break. We got Bart's Locks. I know people have been waiting the entire show. They've been waiting for this, and we'll get to it when we come back on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank y'all for having me.
Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach.
I made some good calls today.
You sure did. You sure did.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge. Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
We are possibly entering what could be a golden age in Razorback athletics.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Hey, Ty Richardson for JamMart. JamMart is always trying to save you money, and that's why they partner with Valero. Hook up your checking account to the Valero Pay Plus app, and you'll get 10 cents off a gallon, plus other special deals on holidays and more. JamMart and Valero, passing on the savings to you. Now available at the 3 Fort Smith Valero JamMart locations. And stop by any of the 6 JamMart locations in the area. JamMart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the region.
Walk-Ons is always a win, whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner. Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
Champion Cycling wants to help you find the joy in cycling that's been part of their family for many years. Register today through December 20th at hitthatline.com for your chance to win a specialized road bike just in time for Christmas. Whether you're a child getting your first bike, an adult who hasn't been on a bike in years, or someone who's looking to podium at their next race, Champion Cycling wants to help you find the right bike. A great selection of bikes, cycling apparel and accessories, and great service. 5500 Mizard Road in Fort Smith. Find your next ride with Champion Cycling.
Starting Friday the 29th, it's the after Thanksgiving sale at the Solid Rock. Come enjoy the beautiful Christmas atmosphere and savings throughout the store. Lots of Christmas decor items, including glitter globes, a must-see for those who love snow globes. T-shirts, personalized gifts, women's boutique items, greeting cards, and of course, Bibles with free engraving. Come enjoy the Christmas season at the store that honors Christ all year long. Shop the Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th and Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Looking to boost your health and feel your best? Elite Wellness and Aesthetics in Fort Smith is here to help. Starting at only $200 a month, semaglutide and tirzepatide are weight loss shots that can kickstart your journey to a healthier, more confident you. And with Elite's hormone therapy treatments, you can restore balance, energy, and vitality. Take control of your health today with Elite Wellness and Aesthetics. 479-242-9355 to schedule your appointment or visit FortSmithElite.com. Elite Wellness and Aesthetics, getting to know you inside and out.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson. We're live at First Financial Mortgage with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan was my mortgage lender here, and Ethan, between you and Emily, over 2 decades.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of experience here to help you get closed on a home really quick. We offer custom financing available through VA, FHA, RD, and conventional loans. First Financial Mortgage has a great history of lending in the area. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Does the show feel like it's always a friendly environment? I was going to say, just
I
like
guess it depends on which side of the fence you're on.
It's friendly. Sometimes you get yelled at, but I mean, it's still friendly. We have donuts. We have
Bart's friendly.
We have kolaches.
Bart and Edward friendly.
We have donut holes.
We've
we have
trained
coffee.
ourselves.
We've trained ourselves. we're taking a mediocre victory lap today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
They've got, like I said, really good quarterback. I think their offensive side of the ball, with and I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon.
Eddie's in Clarksville. Eddie, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, gentlemen. As I've been calling in, there's a recipe. I hope when I call in Monday, the whole nation's going to have something to do a little picture about. And that recipe starts with the run game. And I'm going to address the coaches today. I hope you send it to them. The big boy, Braylon Russ, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep handing the big boy the ball because we got to run the football to win this game Saturday. And that's recipe number 1. Number 2, I'll go over it again. You cannot turn the ball over. You turn the ball over, we're going to get beat. And number 3, you got to play offensive line. I said yesterday, the motor of your offense is Talon Green, or if it's not Talon, Singleton. No, that's your quarterback is your motor. And if you allow defenders to come in and hit your motor, how do you like to drive your car? Do you let people come in and attack your car and hit your motor?
No.
I'll tell you what, you better come block. And I'll tell you something else, we got to tackle well. We do that, we're going to get a big win in Missouri. And I'll tell you what, maybe get a little buy-in back in our program, buy-in back in Sam Pittman, and buy-in, to have maybe an 8-win season at stake if you win this game Saturday. That's attainable. And you better come play, baby. Let me say this, pride and passion. And that's what you got to come with. If you do, that's what I'm looking for. I'll tell you something else. One of the biggest offensive weapons on the team, I'm going to send this to Bobby Petrino and Coach Sam Pittman. You know who one of the biggest weapons on your team is?
What's that?
Is your tight end. Why is he not getting touches with the football? Because he has to sit back there and block. Use your weapons. And you better get him in that lineup because he can help you win this game. Thank you for taking my call, gentlemen.
All right, Eddie. Wow.
I have the visual on somebody attacking the motor of my vehicle.
I know. Well, I've just got this visual of Eddie sending that to Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
Coach Petrino, damn, I hadn't thought about
Can you
that.
get,
Maybe
can you
we
load
should
that
throw it
up?
to the tight end a little
We'll put
more.
it in a group text with Coach Petrino and Sam Pittman.
Yeah.
But the motor, like, would you let somebody attack your motor, Bart?
Not
Have you thought? Now that you've thought about it, it's he's right. I just hadn't thought about it.
I guess.
I hadn't thought about it. But if I'm ever like just, sitting in a parking lot, like Walmart, I'm in the parking lot, somebody tries to get into my motor.
We're going to have a problem.
That is not happening. I am not allowing that to happen.
If anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
Bart's Locks coming up next on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
The holidays are all about making moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, we're here to help you find a gift as special as the people you love. From sparkling diamonds to classic watches and colorful gemstones, we have something for everyone on your list. Stop by Blakeman's in Rogers and let us help you make this holiday one to remember. Because at Blakeman's, it's more than jewelry. It's your story. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
'Tis the holiday season, a special delight, with gifts all around and spirits so bright. Watch closely now, for there's one more surprise, a gift that brings comfort with joy in our eyes. The family rejoices, their excitement takes flight. With a new Pascal heated air system, they're snug every night. Give your family the gift of true comfort with over $5,100 in savings. Plus, receive a whole home duct cleaning on qualifying systems. Special financing available with no payments and no interest. Pascal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
I like craft beer. I do. You guys always think I'm like the biggest dork on the face of the earth.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
AAA Business Systems is your printer, copier, and production print solutions provider. What makes AAA unique? Ricoh, Sharp, and Brother Equipment. Fast, friendly service from our office technology experts. All-inclusive service contracts, managed IT services, and 4 locations statewide. AAA Business Systems. Find us online at AAABM.com. AAA Business Systems. Anything else is just a copy.
Finding your joy in cycling is the main goal at Champion Cycling. Champion Cycling takes pride in helping you find the right bike. Whether it's a road bike, mountain bike, or just a bike for leisure, Champion Cycling has a great selection of bikes, including brands like Specialized Surly and Salsa. Need service or repair? The friendly, professionally trained technicians will assess your bike's needs and provide you with a free, no-obligation estimate. Find your joy in cycling at Champion Cycling, 5500 Mazur Road in Fort Smith.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Let's take you as an example. You're rich, and you're still here.
I am not rich, or I wouldn't be here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, you are, and you're
about to get rich off Bart's Locks.
About to take your land jet to Kansas City for a big Thanksgiving game.
My land jet.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
Got to fuel it up before I go.
Chuck will be on the call, and then he'll go on to Columbia to see his friend Eli Drinkwitz. He's got memories.
Anybody sees Chuck Barrett, ask him how our trenches were tonight.
And we were never going to play that on the show until Drink came out and said,
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon Green and the Arkansas Razorbacks, 3.5-point underdog.
I'm just coming up.
MIZ. Time now for Bart's Locks. Let's get to them.
Yeah, money.
It's time for Bart's 100% guaranteed to maybe win locks.
Bart's Locks. It's appointment radio.
Bart picks them, you collect. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanksgiving week. It's a good time to be thankful for a lot of things, including the ability to wager on sports contests.
Bart's got a 23-14 record.
Yeah.
On the season.
It's a winning record.
That's
right.
good. That's right.
It's like a career record for some people.
We're going to we're going to start on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay. Wow.
With a little NFL action.
Oh, we're jumping.
Yep.
You're
making
expanding
moves
your
here.
game. He's expanding his game.
Look, the Detroit Lions have been an absolute wagon this year, scoring points at will against everybody. They host the Bears for Thanksgiving Day, and the Lions are a 10-point favorite. The Lions are going to win this game by 20 to 30 points. That's just not enough points. The Bears are not a very good football team. The Lions are a very, very good football team. It's a total mismatch on both sides of the ball. So give me the Lions minus 10 in an NFL Thanksgiving special.
And if you want to add a little fun to the fury there, just watch the game at Applebee's. Dan Campbell's Applebee's.
Shout out Dan Campbell.
Watch the game at Applebee's.
I like the Bears. Go ahead, though.
Okay.
Really?
Chuck's going to undermine
10 point. No, I'm not.
Every pick.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. I will not interrupt.
We're going to move to college football Saturday. Rivalry game. It's rivalry
weekend. Have you heard of Talon?
He might be mispronouncing that.
He might be.
Yeah. Notre Dame's at USC. Big rivalry there.
I may mispronounce his name, but
rivalry.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Talon Green.
That'll do.
All right, carry on.
That'll do. The Irish, a 7-point favorite in Los Angeles. Notre Dame 9-2 against the spread this season. One of the best teams in the country. They've got a great defense. Their offense has been hitting their stride. USC's terrible.
I like USC to win the game outright.
Okay, good for you.
Wow.
Notre Dame minus 7.
What do you got, Bart?
I have Notre Dame minus 7.
I got to go with Bart on this one.
I'm going USC.
I think Notre Dame's been dominant.
Notre Dame's been very good. USC very bad. Lincoln Riley. What do we really?
I mean, who do you root for in that game? I mean, Notre Dame against USC. I mean,
I root for Notre Dame -7.
I guess so.
Well, I'm giving you. This is the Auburn pick from last week that I tried to give you. USC.
You're saying USC is going to win the game outright?
Outright.
I have no reason other than that these are the kind of things that are happening.
Okay. Well,
and that's a rivalry game.
I hope you're wrong.
That's a good reason.
Go
ahead, Bart.
Good enough for Auburn.
We get one more shot this year because they're not going to make a bowl game. One more shot to
here
play.
We go. New Mexico.
Play the New Mexico
God.
Lobos. And this is a fun one. They are going to the island.
Sounds fun.
They're going to the island. The Big Island.
New Mexico against Hawaii?
New Mexico's at Hawaii.
Hawaii.
That's how your grandparents said it, Hawaii.
The Lobos, a 3-point favorite. One of the best offenses in the country versus one of the worst offenses in the country. I think the Lobos roll. They've been on a tear the second half of the season. They've got a really good quarterback, Devin Dampier, National Offensive Player of the Week last week. So give me the Lobos -3.
I'm taking Hawaii outright.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Chuck, again, you guys just
Can you get back to picking games that we care about?
Really?
Well, I
mean,
decided.
Pick
So
a
I
big
had
game. Pick a big game.
Hang on.
New Mexico and Hawaii. Come on.
Hang on. Do you like making money or
On
not?
the CW.
Hang on. So I had my 3 locks. You know, I had them prepared for today and everything. And then I heard that dork at Missouri talking and mispronouncing the quarterback's name and mispronouncing Talon Green's
Talon
name.
Green.
And just all the crap he's pulled and said. And he's just a loser. It's loser behavior. Ooh. And Missouri is going to lose the game because their coach is acting like a loser. So Arkansas money line, lock it up.
Wow.
Lock it up.
Bonus lock. A bonus lock.
A bonus lock.
I'm tired of that guy.
You're betting with his heart. You're betting with your heart, Bart.
I'm tired of that guy. This is going to fire up Arkansas. Talon Green's going to have his best game of the season. Bobby Petrino's going to have it dialed up on offense. Talon Green's going to be pointing at Drink all game long. And this is exactly what Razorback fans have wanted to see. It's what's going to happen. Arkansas is going to go to Columbia and win the damn game.
All right.
Oh,
and Bart's going to be screaming at the TV all afternoon.
Yeah.
Say my name.
Right.
Say my name.
Do we have the Drake thing? We're good. Wow. The emotion. By the way, is anybody in here in a good mood today? Have we been in a good mood?
I think so.
I wasn't when I got here, but I am now.
The vibe is real.
Yeah, it was a little early.
What are you thankful for, Chuck?
Well, now you put me on the spot. I'm thankful for all you guys.
There you go. I'm thankful for you too, Chuck.
Does that sound like I'm in it?
No. But it's not.
I am. This is fun.
It's really not about meaning it. It's just about saying it.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. We got the
thought that counts.
Here we go. Bears and Lions. Basketball, Florida, Wake Forest, Arkansas, Illinois, Giants and Cowboys. College football or basketball, BYU and Ole Miss. College football, Memphis and Tulane. Big game. Playoff implications, Tulane.
Huge game.
And the Dolphins and Packers wrap it up on Thanksgiving night. And then the Chiefs and Raiders play on Friday. Who's the big college football game on Friday? Is the Texas and A&M game on Saturday?
Yes.
Yes.
Auburn and Alabama.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Georgia Tech. That's always a thriller.
Man, that's got implications.
I bet Georgia Tech covers. 19.5-point dogs.
Your locks are over. Quit throwing extra sauce out there. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
You know, there's a sense of pride when it comes to things built in our state, and you can add Flyway Brewing to the list. A craft brewery with roots in